inspection through electronic mode during the meeting. As is customary, I will now present my annual address on the theme ITC Partnering India in its Defining Decade. We meet today at a time of deep significance for the world, for India, and for enterprises that aspire to create enduring value. The prolonged uncertainty arising from the West Asia crisis has severely impacted the global economy, threatening energy security and trade. Indeed, the multitude of events in the recent past only reinforce the fact that global volatility is no more sporadic, it is now systemic. Last year in my address, I had described this as an era of turn, a world constantly confronted by turbulence, uncertainty, and rapid change, calling for novel strategies to reimagine our tomorrows. Today, that reality stands even more pronounced as a deeper structural shift reshapes the future of nations, societies, and enterprises. What makes this juncture a perfect storm of exceptional complexity and consequence is the confluence of multiple forces at play. On one hand, global progress is challenged by the catastrophic climate emergency, widening inequality, and advances in disruptive technologies like AI. On the other hand, decades of hyperglobalization have given way to fragmented multipolarization, creating a world that is still deeply connected, yet less trusting, still trading but marred by weaponization of supply chains, still global but increasingly nationalistic. These tectonic shifts are being felt across everyday lives through volatile commodity prices, inflationary pressures, disruptions in trade, and the rising vulnerability of food, energy, and supply chains. It is said that crisis challenges the status quo like no other and spurs innovation to forge new pathways for growth, competitiveness, and resilience. We stand today at such an inflection point with an unparalleled opportunity to make a meaningful difference to all our shared tomorrows. In this emerging global economic order, a nation's sovereignty and progress will be shaped by its economic power, technological prowess, superior innovative capacity, talent, and trusted coalitions. It gives us immense pride, therefore, that India's resolute fortitude in accelerating the journey to a competitive, resilient, and inclusive nation has earned it widespread trust, respect, and admiration. Against this backdrop, the Honorable Prime Minister's powerful clarion call for an Atmanirbhar and Viksit Bharat assumes even greater significance. It has inspired multidimensional interventions, enabling India to emerge as the fastest growing major economy in the world. The far-reaching measures announced in successive budgets have provided strong foundation to unleash growth. India's ascent is not merely about outpacing other large economies. It has demonstrated that a nation of continental scale, democratic depth, and extraordinary diversity can drive momentum with stability, pursue reform with inclusion, and convert aspiration into resilient growth. The India story is indeed an inspiring example how the government is creating an all-pervasive Bharat capability stack through exemplary foresight, foundational action to reinforce competitiveness for today, resilience for tomorrow, and strategic readiness for decades ahead. As India ascends on the global stage, Indian businesses must reimagine their strategies, not only to navigate the turn, but also seize the emerging opportunities. It is my deep conviction that businesses, as crucial organ of society, serve a larger transformational purpose by contributing meaningfully to national competitiveness, sustainable and inclusive development. This philosophy is reflected in your company's ethos of responsible competitiveness, which has guided our thoughts, strategy, and action over the years and inspires our commitment to be a national value multiplier. To my mind, businesses make a lasting contribution to the nation when they frame their growth agenda around three imperatives. First, as engines of national competitiveness, it is mission critical for Indian enterprises to be future ready and globally competitive. This calls for trusted Indian brands that anchor domestic ecosystems and create value in the country. State-of-the-art national assets that support India's ambition to become a global hub for manufacturing, services, and exports. Investments, particularly in livelihood-intensive sectors such as agri-food, tourism, and wood-based industries, a deeper focus on cutting-edge innovation and R&D, as well as capabilities for AI-led transformation. The Honorable Prime Minister's vision of build more, produce more, and export more raises our collective aspirations to even bolder heights to craft products and services of world-class quality and trust that earn their rightful place in households and markets across the world. Taking this tenet further, the second imperative is for businesses to evolve as architects of national resilience and anti-fragility. While resilience sharpens the capacity to bounce back amidst adversity, anti-fragility goes beyond to convert adversity into future opportunities. Strengthening resilience calls for locally anchored value chains, stronger MSME partnerships, diversified and trusted sourcing, import substitution, climate stewardship, and robust digital adoption. However, the winners of tomorrow must also thrive amongst adversity, nurture new competencies, accelerate innovation, and spur new engines of growth. Resilience is no longer the dividend of efficiency, nor is anti-fragility a distant objective. They are the very foundation of our right to grow. When enterprises embed resilience and embrace anti-fragility, they fortify the nation's foundation and position it to rise stronger with every adversity. Third, businesses must advance a paradigm of compassionate capitalism. Competitiveness gives enterprises the power to win, anti-fragility the right to win the future, and purpose the legitimacy to win. Businesses exist to serve both an economic and social purpose. The enormous climate risks, livelihood challenges, inequality, and regulations make it a crucial responsibility of businesses to embed sustainability and inclusion as an integral component of strategy. This belief lies at the core of your company's approach. A few years ago, your company laid the foundation of the ITC Next strategy to drive scale, accelerated growth, and profitability, and make the enterprise even more future-ready. Guided by the company's credo of Nation First, Sab Saath Badhein, our North Star is to create growing value for all our stakeholders by building national competitiveness that is globally benchmarked, resilience that is locally anchored, and growth that is anti-fragile, inclusive, and sustainable. Before I turn to the strategic pillars shaping this next horizon, let me present a few highlights of your company's triple bottom line contribution. Despite the challenging operating context, your company continues to deliver robust performance over the medium term. Net segment revenue, currently at over 83,300 crore, grew at a CAGR of 10.7% and EBITDA at 9.7% over the last 5 years. Non-cigarette businesses now constitutes nearly 2/3 of segment revenue. Over the last 5 years, your company has distributed nearly 85,000 crore to shareholders by way of dividends. This underscores its robust cash generation track record and disciplined capital allocation framework that consistently rewards shareholders while continuing to invest in the future and maintaining a strong balance sheet for long-term value creation. Foreign exchange earnings of the ITC Group over the last 5 years aggregated nearly $6.5 billion, of which agri exports constitutes over 60%, demonstrating your company's contribution to the rural economy. ITC's FMCG businesses sustained strong momentum, with revenues growing from around rupees 14,720 crore in FY21 to cross 24,200 crores in FY26, with sustained improvement in profitability. Your company's cigarette business continued to deliver a resilient performance. The unprecedented increase in the incidence of taxes post 1st February 2026 will have the unfortunate consequence of fueling the growth of smuggled and domestically manufactured tax-evaded cigarettes, impacting the legal industry. ITC's Agri Business delivered a robust performance, leveraging its strong farm linkages, agile supply chain operations, and scale-up of the value-added portfolio despite the impact of climate change, global conflicts, trade, and tariff disruptions. Your company's paperboard businesses strengthened structural competitiveness and made appreciable progress in a challenging operating environment, given cheap imports and huge inflation and input costs. Despite that, the business sustained its leadership in the VAP segment, by leveraging strengths of its integrated model and superior customized solutions. ITC has ranked consistently amongst the top 3 Indian corporates in the private sector in terms of contribution to the exchequer. Over the last 5 years, over 76% of its value added amounting to 230,000 crores accrued to the exchequer. Your company is a global exemplar in sustainability. It is the only company in the world to be carbon positive, water positive, and solid waste recycling positive for around 2 decades now. ITC's businesses support nearly 9 million sustainable livelihoods. Your company continues to be included among global sustainability leaders in the Dow Jones Best-in-Class Emerging Markets Index. ITC has also debuted on CDP Forest A list, retained A for CDP Water, and sustained leadership score in CDP Climate. The AA rating by MSCI ESG has been achieved for 8 years now. Your company's wholly owned subsidiary, ITC Infotech, has accelerated progress and is amongst the fastest growing mid-tier IT companies in India. Let me now turn to the strategic pillars shaping the company's next horizon of growth whilst contributing to the vision for a Viksit Bharat. I begin with agriculture, the lifeline of our economy and the foundation of rural India. India possesses vast arable land, diverse agroclimatic zones, and leadership in several commodities. Yet, low productivity, fragmented holdings, limited value addition, climate vulnerability, and inefficient market access continue to constrain its potential. Although India is the world's second largest agriculture producer, this sector contributes only 18% to GVA and just about 2.2% to global farm exports, while supporting nearly 46% of livelihoods. This points to a defining opportunity to transform Indian agriculture from volume-led production to value-led competitiveness, not only to fortify food security, but to raise farmer incomes, deepen rural capability, and enhance exports. For a consumption-driven economy like India, agriculture buoyancy, resilience, and development of the food processing value chain are vital. The government has indeed spearheaded several commendable measures to support growth of the agri-food sector. Higher farm incomes can trigger a virtuous cycle of consumption, investment, employment, and rural prosperity. This requires a structural shift to shape next-generation agriculture, from fragmented productivity to integrated competitiveness, from undifferentiated commodities to high-value agriculture, and from vulnerable farming systems to climate-smart, technology-enabled rural ecosystems. With over a century of engagement with agriculture, 94% of your company's businesses are linked to agri-crops or plantations, generating substantial livelihoods. ITC nurtures 21 value chains across 23 states to source nearly 6 million tons of agri-produce. In this address, I'll focus on ITC's Agri Business, which is now the country's largest private sector agri-enterprise, doubling segment revenue in just over 5 years to nearly 20,300 crores in FY26. The ITC Next strategy is today transforming the agri business while ushering in next generation farming and rural empowerment. At the core of this transformation is the ITC Mars Phygital ecosystem designed to empower FPOs with digital technologies, hyper-personalized advisories, quality inputs, market linkages, scientific agronomy, and climate-smart practices to improve farm competitiveness and resilience. In a short span, ITC Mars has onboarded over 2.6 million farmers across 11 states with the ambition to benefit 10 million farmers by 2030. Initial estimates indicate crop yield gains of 15 to 20% and improvement in net returns by 25 to 30%. Building on a recent horticulture pilot anchored by FPOs for the supply of high-quality fruits and vegetables, ITC plans to develop 4 additional hybrid, open-to-sky and controlled environment agriculture clusters to create a reliable, traceable supply chain for fresh produce. Progressively, ITC Mars is introducing precision-led agriculture and advanced agri-tech solutions like IoT-enabled weather tracking, remote sensing, drone-based services to promote smart farming. A vital component of your company's agri strategy is to promote value-added agriculture to enable farmers scale the next horizon of profitable growth. This portfolio, which has grown at a CAGR of 33% over the last 5 years, today encompasses certified organic crops, processed agri-produce such as food-safe spices, horticulture, premium coffee, aquaculture, and attribute-specific commodities like high-starch maize and high-gluten wheat. Taking this further, ITC Mals will drive farming as a service ecosystem to grow the buy, where crop value chains are customized to meet specific buyer needs. Certifications, traceabilities, and responsible sourcing establish trust systems at scale, linking Indian farmers to domestic and global export markets. ITC Spices business, for example, is today the country's leading exporter of organic spices, supported by certified cultivation, backward integration, and one of Asia's largest spices processing facilities at Guntur. In an era of climate stress and rising food security imperatives, production of high-quality, resilient seeds and hybrids is vital to enhancing productivity, improving quality, increasing climate resilience, strengthening nutritional security, and raising farmer incomes. Your company's wholly owned subsidiary, Technico, a global leader in pre-basic potato seeds, is investing in the world's largest state-of-the-art aeroponic facility with 60 high-tech controlled environment greenhouses, taking the combined capacity to 100 million Techni tubers. Fostering an effective science-to-farm ecosystem, ITC's LSTC is leveraging advanced breeding technologies, molecular genetics, and digital technologies to develop high-yielding, climate-resilient, hybrid and disease-resistant varieties across crops such as tobacco, wheat, potato, eucalyptus, and subabul. These have led to yields improving by 15 to 50%. Your company is making appreciable progress in high-margin, future-facing categories such as biological extracts, with the commencement of a US FDA-compliant, export-oriented, pharmacopoeia standard nicotine derivative processing facility serving customers in Europe, US, and South Korea. In addition, ITC's medicinal and aromatic plant ecosystem is developing high-active varieties and proprietary formulations besides manufacturing high-purity extracts for domestic and global markets, together with farmer training in best practices. As we look ahead, ITC will continue to work towards shaping a more competitive, resilient, and inclusive agribusiness, which is not only creating new growth drivers, but also contributing to enriching rural India, raising farmer incomes, fortifying food and livelihood security, and establishing globally trusted value chains. I now turn to another area of vast importance: the necessity of creating world-class Indian brands as a badge of honor for the country. In a growing consumption-led economy, strong domestic brands assume strategic importance because they channel consumer aspiration into national value. Brands are vital repositories of trust, quality, innovation, and intellectual property. When successful Indian brands with consumer preference at scale, they retain larger value within the country. That is why vocal for local is not merely a sentiment. It is a strategy to reinforce domestic capability, create and nurture brands that are born in India but made for the world, with impeccable quality and trust that can delight consumers globally. Your company's aspiration to be the #1 FMCG player is anchored on this larger vision. Today, ITC's portfolio of over 30 world-class FMCG brands represents annual consumer spending of nearly rupees 37,000 crores and reaches nearly 280 million households, while being exported to over 70 countries. These vibrant brands anchor local value chains at scale, supporting large-scale livelihoods. It is indeed difficult to find parallels globally of an enterprise that has launched so many large, successful, and trusted homegrown brands in a relatively short period. ITC's brands enrich everyday moments in Indian homes. From Sunfeast biscuits in the morning, to breakfast choices of Ashirwad Besan Chilas and Yoga Bar cereals, to Fyama bathing experiences, Mangaldeep devotional moments, and classmates' joy of learning. From baby and pet-safe clean homes with Nimail, to meals with 24 Mantra Organic, Ashirwad staples, and sunrise spices, to fun times with bingo, ITC MasterChef and Prasuma snacks, mini meals with Yippee, and ending the day with Febble for luxurious indulgence and Prana for relaxation. The Indian FMCG market is poised for significant expansion, with your company's addressable market estimated at around rupees 8 trillion by 2035, pointing to the immense headroom to grow. The consumer landscape in India is also evolving rapidly. The rise of aspirational Bharat, premiumization, Gen Z and Gen Alpha consumers, expanding digital access, and the growth of quick commerce are reshaping categories, channels, and expectations. Today's maximizer consumers simultaneously seeks taste and nutrition, convenience and trust, indulgence and wellness, value as well as premium experiences. In line with the ITC Next strategy, your company is making rapid progress in not only scaling its core power brands, but developing a future-ready portfolio that is constantly alive to evolving consumer needs. A critical foundation is ITC's AI-led consumer insight ecosystem that drives targeted micro-segmentation to help craft a pipeline of differentiated offerings, be it by life stages, lifestyle, channel, occasion, shelf life requirement, and health need, amongst others. This vibrant portfolio has been enriched with new acquisitions in the area of promises that are already clocking an ARR of around 1,350 crores, effectively synergizing the entrepreneurial energy of startups with ITC's scale and institutional strength. These differentiated products reach millions of homes through your company's smart omni-channel network with unique multi-dimensional capabilities across ambient, chilled, frozen, and perishable supply chains. India today faces the twin challenges of adequate nutrition and rising lifestyle-related health concerns. Aligned to ITC's Help India Eat Better mission, a good-for-you portfolio is being built to address deficiencies in protein, fiber, micronutrients, and gut health. These include the Yoga Bar protein range for Gen Z, Sunfeast breakfast protein-rich shakes for early jobbers, and Ashirwad protein atta for the entire family. The Rice Shift range for the 40-plus cohort is fortified with fiber, protein, and micronutrients. 24 Mantra Organic provides trusted organic products, while Ashirwad Millet Flour, Multigrain Flour, and Sunfeast Farmlight Biscuits and Yoga Bar high-fiber breakfast cereals serve the growing need for better fiber intake and gut health. Leveraging emerging spaces such as wellness and naturals, your company's personal care portfolio reflects the convergence of nature and science. Nimile brings the goodness of neem into home care, while Savlon continues to expand its trusted hygiene equity across personal wash, germ protection, surface disinfection, and medicated skincare. The acquisition of Mother's Purse marks ITC's strategic presence in premium natural baby care, rooted in traditional Indian knowledge for new age mothers seeking specialized solutions. Building on Fiamma's industry-first gel bar technology, the new Japanese Hokkaido milk range, which is being patented, reflects sensorial innovation that promises non-sticky moisturized skin. Innovation is at the heart of your company's future-ready portfolio, which is powered by ITC's Life Sciences and Technology Center with over 400 world-class scientists. What sets this center apart? It's not just its deep research capabilities and future-ready platforms, but its focus on end-to-end value chains from seed to fork and tree to paper, enabling your company to craft winning products of impeccable quality. We recognize that business innovation is as crucial as product innovation. Consumers increasingly seek fresh cooked food solutions where freshness, speed, quality, and trust converge. Responding to this, your company launched the Fresh Foods business, leveraging ITC's institutional strengths in trusted brands, food sciences, cuisine expertise, and digital capabilities. With over 70 cloud kitchens across 5 cities, the business has grown over 100% in the last 3 years through a delectable portfolio comprising Ashirwad Soul Creations, ITC MasterChef Creations, Sunfeast Baked Creations, and Sancho from ITC MasterChef, which have consistently received top consumer rankings. Your company's growing standing in FMCG, powered by the trust of millions of consumers, gives us the confidence to dream boldly of a future where an ITC product adorns every household in India and makes its mark across continents. ITC's world-class Indian brands will continue to be a significant enduring strength, creating larger value for the enterprise and its stakeholders. Your company's Bharat-built manufacturing architecture has created world-class national assets across FMCG, paperboard and packaging, export-oriented value-added agri-processing. Today, ITC's manufacturing ecosystem spans over 300 factories, including 45 owned plants, engaging with more than 9,500 MSMEs. These large investments in modern facilities provide strong levers of competitiveness, resilience, and local value chain development. In the true spirit of Make in India, nearly 90% of ITC's value addition takes place within the country. The agri and food processing industry has high employment to capital intensity. Therefore, your company's 170 factories in this sector are powerful economic multipliers, deepening inclusive farm-to-consumer chains and linking farmers to domestic and global markets. Your company's confidence in the India story is reflected in its proposed medium-term capex of rupees 20,000 crore for the group in areas that have a multiplier impact. Close on the heels of 8 recently commissioned facilities, 6 new projects are in the pipeline. Your company's leadership as India's largest integrated paperboard and paper business will be reinforced by the forthcoming acquisition of Century Pulp and Paper, raising capacity by over 50% to 1.5 million metric tons. The newly established state-of-the-art molded fiber products facility is pioneering complex engineered compostable solutions for single-use plastic substitute for both domestic and global markets. As each of your businesses scales up in line with the ITC Next strategy, your company's manufacturing ecosystem is poised to expand further, contributing to India's aspiration to be a global manufacturing powerhouse. Your company's distributed manufacturing network is also a vibrant hub of innovation, quality, sustainability, and safety, besides providing structural competitiveness. An AI-first digital backbone in ITC's manufacturing facilities enhances efficiency, cost optimization, and responsiveness. Several units now meet nearly 100% of their electricity needs from renewable sources, are platinum rating green buildings, or have achieved global AWS standards. Equally encouraging is the fact that women form a majority of the workforce in several units. These advanced facilities also catalyze wider community development in their catchments by enriching natural resources, promoting sustainable livelihoods, skilling youth, empowering women, and advancing health, education, and sanitation. In line with ITC's deep commitment to an Atmanirbhar Bharat, the company is also placing sharper thrust on indigenization and import substitution to build structural competitiveness. Your company pioneered the Bharat fiber chain for its paperboards business through massive afforestation, substituting imports, and saving foreign exchange while creating a green cover, substantial rural livelihoods, and larger value in India. Today, this initiative has greened nearly 1.5 million acres, generating over 270 million person days of employment. ITC also established the first of its kind chemi-thermo-mechanical pulp plant at Bhadrachalam, creating domestic capability in specialized pulp, and is now investing in a second BCTMP build. Additionally, investments have also been made in domestic capsule manufacturing capacity and a decor paper plant to substitute imports. These interventions will significantly enhance cost competitiveness while also enabling foreign exchange savings exceeding rupees 17,500 crores over the next decade. For us at ITC, this is the larger meaning of Bharat-built manufacturing in action: to build globally competitive domestic manufacturing assets, substitute imports, enrich the environment, and support sustainable livelihoods. I now turn to 2 defining imperatives of our time: climate resilience and livelihood generation, both vital for a sustainable, inclusive, and competitive future. For India, climate risks are acute, severely impacting agri-food security, livelihoods, productivity, and infrastructure. While the government has spearheaded world-leading efforts, the consequences of the climate crisis demand far more urgent, collective, and sustained action at scale, globally, nationally, and locally. To my mind, enterprises can make transformational measures to combat climate change and also foster inclusive development. ITC's comprehensive approach addresses climate risk through large-scale programs aimed at decarbonization, adaptation, nature-based solutions, and circularity, while also implementing a mosaic of solutions for rural empowerment. What differentiates ITC's sustainability journey is a triad of achievement. First, longevity that is reflected in decades of sustained environmental impact. Second, scale which is demonstrated through the massive creation of ecological capital and support through millions of livelihoods. Third, integration through a distinctive model where sustainability and inclusivity are core pillars of strategic governance and programs. Decarbonization remains an important element of our climate action. Over the years, your company has made significant investments in areas like renewable energy, green infrastructure, and mobility. It is a matter of immense satisfaction that ITC has surpassed several of its ambitious 2030 Sustainability 2.0 goals, reducing GHG intensity by 53%, lowering specific energy and water consumption by 42% each, and meeting 51% of total energy needs from renewable, even as our businesses have expanded considerably. We are now committed to achieve net zero operations by 2050, entailing a reduction in GHG by over 85% in the next 25 years. While decarbonization has gained significant traction globally, adaptation measures have not drawn the attention they deserve. The world, after breaching the 1.5-degree threshold last year, is headed towards 2.8-degree warming in this century if stronger pathways are not pursued. This is clearly alarming and calls for decisive and urgent action. Recognizing this, ITC has implemented impactful adaptation and nature-based solutions for ecosystem restoration that strengthens climate resilience, enhances farm productivity, water availability, green cover, and biodiversity while supporting rural livelihoods. ITC's climate smart agriculture, which now spans nearly 32 lakh acres across 17 states, benefits over 12 lakh farmers. It is premised on focused programs that build strong capabilities through skilling, technology adoption, and development of institutional linkages. We propose to cover 40 lakh acres under this initiative by 2030. Impact studies have shown that CSA practices in rice and wheat have reduced cost by over 20%, improved yields by 10%, and enhanced net returns by over 23% compared to conventional practices. Your company has built deep capabilities in water stewardship, afforestation, and biodiversity conservation. ITC's large-scale water management interventions follow a three-pronged approach: community-led watershed programs, demand-side agriculture water management, and revival of river subbasins. Demand-side initiatives focusing on more crop per drop cover over 20 lakh acres, creating annual water saving potential of up to 50% across 15 crops, aggregating to 1.5 billion cubic meters. Supply-side watershed programs cumulatively span nearly 20 lakh acres, helping around 90% of the farmers in the catchment to cultivate through the year. 4 river subbasins have been made water positive, with work underway on the 5th. Such water stewardship interventions have improved gross cropped area by as much as 12%, cropping intensity and groundwater levels by up to 14 and 15%, whilst delivering larger benefit for communities. Biodiversity conservation is a key priority area for sustaining natural ecosystems, strengthening agri-food security, supporting rural livelihoods, and building long-term resilience. Your company's program focuses on restoring ecosystem services that support agriculture. This is expected to cover nearly 10 lakh acres by 2030. Your company's social investments program spans 275 districts in 20 states, cumulatively benefiting 10 million people, including 6 million women, while amplifying impact with 98 public-private people partnerships. While the scale and outcomes are deeply satisfying, what inspires us to do more are the human stories behind the numbers. It is heartening to witness farmers with better incomes, women with greater economic agency, children with stronger learning foundations, and youth with improved employability. This larger purpose to make a meaningful difference defines the core of our social endeavors. India's ancient wisdom enshrined in Vasudeva Kutumbakam reminds us that the world is one family and the responsibility to protect our only home, the planet, as well as its people, rests on all of us. We believe that our dharma of responsible competitiveness, and the spirit of aparigraha to mindfully use resources, as well as abudaya, which is premised on simultaneous economic and societal progress, are timeless principles that will continue to inspire us in creating enduring value for all stakeholders. As India advances towards becoming a developed nation, ITC will remain steadfast in its commitment to serve with purpose, innovate with responsibility, grow with the nation, and multiply value for our country. Our heart and soul have always belonged to India. This has been our legacy. It will remain our promise. It is a privilege for ITC to be part of this momentous journey, powered by an inspiring vision, guided by unshakable values, and energized by renewed vitality. As I conclude, I'd like to reaffirm my belief that your company's greatest and most enduring asset is its people. It is their dedication, ingenuity, and unwavering commitment that give wings to our ambition, resilience to our efforts, and purpose to our progress. The dedication gives us the courage to dream boldly and shape ITC as an exemplary institution of a new India with passion, performance, and purpose. On behalf of the board and myself, I thank all our stakeholders for their continued trust, support, and encouragement. Together, let us partner India and help build a future worthy of the aspiration of this great nation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let us now proceed with the business before this meeting. The notice dated 21st May 2026 convening this annual general meeting, along with report and accounts for the financial year ended 31st March 2026, have been sent in conformity with regulatory requirements to the members who have registered their email address with the company or depositories. With your permission, I shall take them as read. I will now brief on the agenda items under ordinary business. The first item on agenda is to adopt standalone financial statements of your company for the year ended 31st March 2026, the report of Board of Directors and the auditors report thereon, and the consolidated financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2026, along with the auditor's report therein. Item number 2 relates to confirmation of interim dividend of rupees 6.50 paisa and declaration of final dividend of 8 rupees per ordinary share for financial year ended 31st March 2026. With the above, the total dividend for the financial year 25-26 would aggregate rupees 14.50 paisa. Item numbers 3, 4 are for re-election of Mr. Sunil Panre and Mr. Siddhartha Monti, who retire by rotation and are eligible for re-election. Item number 5 relates to the approval of remuneration of up to rupees 4 crores and 40 lakhs to Messrs. SRBC and Company LLP, Chartered Accountants, Statutory Auditors of your company, and to conduct audit for the financial year 2026-27. Next set of agenda items are under special business. Item number 6 is reappointment of Mr. Hemant Bhargava as an independent director of your company for a period of 5 years from 20th December 2026. The last 2 items on the agenda relate to ratification of remuneration of cost auditors for financial year 26-27 up to rupees 7 lakhs for Messrs. ABK and Associates and up to rupees 7 lakhs and 90,000 for Messrs. S. Mahadevan and Companies. The objectives and implications of the resolutions as required have been set out in the explanatory statement annexed to the notice of this meeting. We will now listen to the members who have registered to speak at the meeting in order of their sequence. I would advise that speaker members to please state their respective name and location from where they are attending this meeting. In the interest of time and in order to ensure that all speakers get an opportunity to speak, I would request the members to keep their questions brief and specific relating to the agenda of the meeting and up to a maximum of 2 minutes. Members should refrain from repeating questions or observations already made by fellow members. May I draw your attention that I, as chairman, reserve the right to limit the number of questions and the number of speakers in the interest of smooth conduct of the meeting. Further, I would request that for questions or clarification relating to financial statements, please mention the relevant page number of the report and accounts, and I will provide answers to the questions or clarifications at the end. May I now request the first speaker to speak?
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. I will now call the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholder to ask questions or give comments. Members are requested to keep your questions brief and specific. I now invite our first speaker shareholder, Shekhar Kumar Jain, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Mr. Jain, please unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi, good morning, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, I am Shekhar Jain from Calcutta. I am a financial analyst and a wealth manager. First of all, my sincere appreciation to the management team led by Mr. Puri, for strategic guidance and steering our company for growth during these turbulent times. We all know what kind of turbulence the entire global economy is facing today. Thank you so much. As a wealth manager and as a financial analyst, I tend to look at numbers in a span of 4 to 5 years. So, I would like to focus on our number for the last 4 years, not five, because fifth year would have been the COVID year. So just after COVID. And during these 4 years, we've seen some really good numbers from the company. Our total income has gone from 62,000 crores to almost 85,000 crores. That's a growth of over 36-37%. Our EPS, earning per share, has gone from 12.22 to almost 16.20. This is again a growth of around 30 to 33%. The net worth of the company has grown from 50 rupees to 55 rupees today. And the dividend is the icing on the cake. We are now getting 14.5 rupees per share as dividend from the company, which is also tremendous growth. Thank you so much. These are, I think, very encouraging time of the company's performance, and I'm sure the company will continue to do well in future also. In recent past, though, we have seen the price of the share correct from around 400 to currently trading at around 280 rupees. But I'm sure this is just a short-term thing. We used to typically trade at price earning ratio of 32x. Now we are trading at a price earning ratio of 18x. But on the brighter side, the number of shareholders that the company has grown from around 38 lakh shares to 42 lakh shares to shareholders today. So this growth of almost 10% in the number of shareholders talks about the kind of faith and trust everybody has on the company and its management. Okay, and at this rate, the dividend yield itself translates to almost 5%. So very good levels for more shareholders, for more people to get in as shareholders. Also, I would like to talk about this company, which has played a really good role in terms of nation building. When I was going through the annual report, I understood that we have contributed almost around 340,000 crores to the Indian economy. Indian exchequer has also got around 230,000 crores over the last 5 years. A tremendous contribution by our organization for the growth of the country. The company also believes, I think, in dharma beyond just karma. Karma, I have already spoken about in terms of the growth, in terms of the income, dividend, profitability, etc. But the company has also done very well in terms of contributing almost rupees 500 crores towards its CSR activities. A real good, heartfelt gratitude from all of us for taking care of the people who really need the help from companies like yours. Today, ITC works with almost like 250 factories, partners with almost more than 7,000 MSMEs, has 12 state-of-the-art integrated consumer goods manufacturing and logistic facilities, has been innovator in many consumer products. And I'm sure with such investments, the returns will come to us in future. And we are all waiting for we are in good times. We are waiting for the better times. Okay. I'm also very glad about one thing, and that is that ITC is being so conscious about the environment and leaving the world better for the next generation also. In terms of its sustainability initiatives, I read that it is carbon positive, water positive, and water recycling positive, waste recycling positive for the last 19 years. A phenomenal performance by a company of its size, no doubt about that. And big thanks to everybody in the management team for this. Also, a big thanks to the secretarial department. Lovely annual report. I loved it. Good report on the corporate governance side. Thank you so much for all the disclosures that you maintain and file on time, including the stock exchange disclosures, etc. Just last one more point I would like to say. I'm taken already enough time, and that is that this is a time of digitization and everybody talks about AI and things like that. But during these turbulent times, we also need to remember that the top management, the quality of the management needs to be of the top class. And of course, if all of us have heard about the Singapore Prime Minister saying, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. So I'm sure the company is taking good care of its employees and the management employees, because they are the ones who are going to drive the future performance. I feel privileged to be part of such and a shareholder of such an esteemed organization. Thank you, and wishing you all the luck for the next financial year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. But may I request subsequent shareholders to please be brief, because many have to speak.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Vikas Jain, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Vikas Jain, please unmute yourself.
We can move on to the next speaker.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, Chairman, sir, and the Board of Directors. Myself, Vikas Jain, a chartered accountant by profession and a proud shareholder of ITC. Sir, at the outset, heartiest congratulations to you and the entire team for an exceptional 2025-26 in view of very uncertain geopolitical times. And I learned with pride.
Sir, there's an echo from your line, Mr. Jain. There's an echo on your line.
Is it okay now?
Yes, please proceed.
Yeah. Sir, I learned with pride that strategic acquisitions like the 24 Mantra Organic, Yoga Bar, etc., have successfully accelerated inorganic growth and diversified the portfolio of our company. Sir, I congratulate the increase in revenue and EBITDA, and of course, which is a welcome feature, indicating a robust financial health of the company. ITC does stand tall, being a multi-business, multi-dimensional corporation, making it India's one of the largest conglomerates. Sir, while we welcome a healthy dividend payout, rewarding shareholders reflecting exceptional cash generating capacity, in spite of this, sir, the share prices hovers around 280 rupees. Please highlight plans the company has in place so that the price rolls back to its earlier levels of say 400 plus, so as to reward the wealth of the shareholders. Secondly, sir, how the company plans to meet the capital expenditure for modernization when distribution of profits to shareholders is of such a vast magnitude. CSR, of course, is in letter and spirit, and we are aware. And last point, sir, please apprise on the current status of acquisition of pulp and paper business from Aditya Birla Group and exactly what value it will add to the shareholders. Sir, we are in excellent hands with you at the command. Wishing you all the best and all the board of directors, and hope ITC reaches taller heights. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Manoj Kumar Gupta, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Manoj Kumar Gupta, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed.
Good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from Puri. Today I'm in Puri. So Sir, first of all, I thanks to you and entire team for the excellent result of the company for the year 25-26. Thanks to the company secretary and his entire team to help us to join this meeting through VC. And thanks to you and your Ashirwad marketing team and our beloved director, Mr. Suman sir, that they have organized a camp at Puri Rath Yatra. I find studied that under the brand of Ashirwad. So Ashirwad will get more explore through this Rath Yatra program. And sir, what's your future outlook for the FMCG business? And what's your plan for Bengal? How much amount you will invest further in Bengal after become the double engine government in Bengal? The Bengal is growing under the leadership of our beloved Chief Minister Subhendu Adhikari. So what's your plan? Kindly throw some highlight. And sir, we always want to see your smiling face, because your smiling face will send a right signal in the mind of investors, employees, and the stock market. And sir, when we will get the bonus from under the leadership of Mr. Puri, because we have got the bonus, Mr. Sir, Mr. Sapru, Mr. Chuk, and Mr. Devishwar. So this is your 8th AGM. So when you will consider to reward the investors by the way of bonus under your leadership, and continue the acquisition, you have enough cash balance in the balance sheet. So what will be your next target to acquire in future growth of the company? Because you have done excellent work by acquisition of Century Paper business from the Bidlaj. So what will be your next target in next 3 years to explore more business and our Pharma brand is more going to popular in the country. So continue to explore more product in the country to compete with the other FMCG business and to make the ITC #1 company in the FMCG sector in coming time under your leadership. With this, thanks to you and your team, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Sujan Modak, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. Namaskar. Good morning, respected Chairman, other Board of Directors. I'm Sujan Modak. I'm attending this meeting from a residence in Kolkata. Sir, your initial speech was very informative, and our annual report was also really giving all the information, sir. I'll not take much time. Within a limited period only I'll speak, sir. Sir, I just wanted to know a few things, sir. What is we have 250 plus factories. But what is the capacity utilization of our production units, if you can give us, sir? And seeing this geopolitical problems, high fuel price, and supply chain disruptions, what is the future, if you can please give us the revenue growth projection, if you can give a brief on that, sir, please. And my last question is that, sir, in our production units, manual work versus automation, what should be the ratio, sir? Is a maximum job is being done automation, or is a manual work? So if you can give a small brief on that, that will be very kind of you. And before finish, I'd like to definitely thank our company secretary and the whole team for doing a very good investor services to the investors community. Nothing to add more, sir. Over to you for further proceedings. Thank you.
You. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Sharat Kumar Jivraj Shah, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please proceed with your question.
Yeah. Chairman sir, good morning. I have already sent my email with the all points, but I will start what you said in your speech. That is, first point you said, sir, is cigarette business contributes 2/3 of the revenue, which is not clear, because when I was reading page number 44, the we have got the maximum tax on cigarette in India, and the consumption is only in India is 10%, and the rest of the revenue comes from the globe, 90%. So slightly I'm confused. So if you can verify in your at the end, I will be very happy. Second thing, sir, but my last point was slightly different. But when you say we have got 107 food factories, and what is recently happened in last week that we started hydrogen train, and what is happened with the hydrogen train that it is very good from clean energy and most reliable, not depending on the transmission and distribution lines. So government has said that for all trains routes like Nehru to Mathiran, where we use diesel or coal, government will use hydrogen train. So what I'm looking here now, we have got 107 food factories. I don't know exactly how many factories we have got, but if we start using hydrogen sale, all benefits of hydrogen we will get. And the present cost of the hydrogen sale is 1 kW is around 1 lakh to 6 lakhs price, and it basically depends on the make of the company. So you can decide, and I personally feel now the days are over of solar and wind. So we must look from this angle, sir. Now I come to my points of email. We are extremely happy amount of dividend we receive from ITC for last so many years in all the time. Also, shares of ITC hotels we have received. We are shareholders of ITC since more than 50 years. We dematted ITC shares in 2001 to show funds for admission to USA for MS, sir. Only thing we are not happy is ITC products are not available in Mumbai, like in particularly like Dettol. And the share price of ITC is not improving in Bombay Stock Exchange. I don't know about Calcutta. We started taking part in AGM from retail meeting, and we request to give more importance to Mumbai shareholders as which you have given now as shareholders, as the Joy City enjoyed already in physical meeting. Now, now really Joy City is after 5 seaters. Last 10 years, page number 2 and 320 of AR. Sir, our excellent results are there, extremely well results. But only thing, dividend of 2023 is higher than 26. And when you are for page number 131 and 227 of standalone and consolidated profit and loss account, what is my observation? This particular year, we have missed 15,000 crores of these exceptional items, and that is why our EPS is lower by rupees 12. And page number 127 also says key financials are not good. So I will require a special attention and explanation from your end why these exceptional items play a role in the profit. Then but one thing is more is that we have got 5-digit revenue close to now 6 digits, and our finance cost is only limited to 2 digits. It shows that my company is very strong financially. And when I refer page number 42, earning per share 10 years is in US dollar is 10.1 billion, which is equal to 28% what Trump has spent on war of 37.5.
I request you to finish quickly because we have to give chance to other fellow members.
Now, one or two points, that's all, sir. So regarding cigarette and the train, I have already said. So I think I don't have any tax, and already I talked about the tax. I already about talked
Thank you.
about
Thank you
the.
very much, sir. Can we move on to next speaker?
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
noted your points. We'll answer it at the end. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Sarabjit Singh, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Mr. Singh, please unmute yourself.
And sir, can you hear my voice?
We
Yes,
can hear
sir.
you, sir.
Yes, sir. You may start with your question, please.
Chairman, sir, first of all, good morning to you, all the board of directors, all the staff of ITC Limited and my co-fellow shareholders. चेयरमैन सर, जिस तरीके से आपने अपनी ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स में बताया, और सर मैं काफी साल से अपनी कंपनी से जुड़ा हुआ हूं, तो सर जो भरोसा आपने आज से 3 साल पहले बताया था, सर जिस टाइम हमारा शेयर प्राइस लो था, पर आपने उस टाइम भी हौसला दिया था और आपने सर आज भी हौसला दिया है, जो कि सर वहां से अराउंड हमारा डबल है शेयर प्राइस। तो सर इतना हमें पूरा विश्वास है आपके ऊपर और अपनी मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर कि जिस तरीके की आप लोग मेहनत कर रहे हैं, वो इन्वेस्टर को इन्वेस्टर फ्रेंडली अप्रोच के साथ देती आ रही है। और सर इन्वेस्टर को क्या चाहिए होता है सर, उसकी इन्वेस्टमेंट पे रिटर्न। तो सर आप डिविडेंड के रूप में, चाहे वो फाइनल डिविडेंड हो, चाहे वो सर इंटीरियम डिविडेंड हो, सर आप दोनों देते आए हैं। सर हमारी कंपनी में प्रमोटर होल्डिंग की एक अच्छी तरीके की होल्डिंग है, जिससे सर प्रमोटरों का विश्वास हमारी कंपनी में जब पूरा आता है, तो सर क्लियर दर्शाता है कि आने वाला जो हमारा फ्यूचर है वो सर एक ब्राइट फ्यूचर है। यार थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं सर कि जिस तरीके से पीछे अभी जीएसटी की दरें बदली हैं, तो सर इसका कोई इम्पैक्ट हमारी सेल के ऊपर भी पड़ा है? सर थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं, जिस तरीके से सर प्राइस वगैरह हाई हुए। बाकी चेयरमैन सर, हमें आपके ऊपर पूरा विश्वास है और पूरा भरोसा है कि सर जिस तरीके से आप लोग मेहनत कर रहे हैं, वो सर एक अच्छी से अच्छी रिटर्न देने के लिए कर रहे हैं। बाकी चेयरमैन सर, अपने सीएस साहब, अपने डिप्टी सीएस साहब और अपनी पूरी की पूरी सेक्रेटरी टीम जो सर एक एक इतनी मेहनत करती है सर अपनी एजीएम को कराने के लिए, और सर एक वेल टाइम बैलेंस शीट प्रोवाइड कराती है शेयर होल्डर को, ये सर एक बहुत अच्छी चीज है। बाकी सर आपके नेतृत्व के अंदर कंपनी इसी तरीके से तरक्की करती रहे, सर हम भगवान के आगे यही प्रार्थना करते हैं, और आने वाला जो हमारा टाइम है वो अच्छे से अच्छा टाइम हो। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच कि आपने बोलने का मौका दिया।
Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Tamal Kumar Majumdar, to accept the prompt on the screen, turn on your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Mr. Majumdar, please unmute
Yes,
yourself. Yes, we can hear you.
Respected Mr. Puri and other directors of the company, myself, Tamal Kumar Majumdar, an equity shareholder from Kolkata. My special thanks to Mr. R.K. Singhi and his team consists of Runal Ghoshal for maintaining cordial relationship with shareholders. I have some queries. Firstly, sir, it is noted from consolidated segment results, excluding finance cost and eliminations and unallocations. It is in page 299. Cigarette contributed 82.19% or rupees 22,246 crore of total profit, followed by FMCG, others of 6.69% or 1812 crore. In case of paperboards, its profit decreased in relation to last year. Sir, with increasing regulatory and taxation risk, how does the company plan to sustain volume growth and profitability in the cigarette business? And as it is paperboard and packaging input cost remain volatile in the light of takeover of Century Pulp and Paper. What initiatives are underway to improve capacity utilization and margins in this segment? Sir, in case of FMCG others, it continues to grow during the current year. What is management's revenue and margin targets in this segment for the next 3 years? Secondly, sir, the company invested substantially in digital commerce and food tech. When these businesses will contribute significantly to our profitability? I have two other questions. Third is, the company invested 1,014 crore in ITC Infotech Limited, and it booked a consolidated profit of 408 crore. The company was created in February 96 and commenced a full-scale operation, global operation in October 2000. During the last 25 years, so many software companies listed in the market and booking huge profits. But in case of ITC Infotech, it is neither listed nor shown excellent results. Does the board see value in unlocking shareholder value through strategic restructuring or listing of ITC Infotech in the future? Please share your thoughts. And lastly, sir, as per page 148, the company is holding 16.13% of paid-up capital of EIH Limited, valued at 2,759 crore for a long time. After demerger of ITC Hotels Limited into a listed subsidiary, whether our company will hold shares in EIH Limited or dispose it in the coming years. Please share your thoughts. Thank you all for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Amit Kumar Banerjee. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Banerjee, please unmute yourself. Mr. Banerjee?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected Chairman of the meeting, other board members present, myself, Amit Kumar Banerjee from City of Kolkata. Thank you for giving me opportunity to speak such a wonderful annual general meeting through video conferencing of ITC Limited. It is our 115th annual general meeting of the company. Yes, welcoming address of our respected chairman, Mr. Sanjeev Puri, is very informative. Thank you for the same. As regards the performance is concerned, it is very nice. Total revenue increased about 85,000 crores from 78,000 crores last year, but a drop in net profit and EPS. However, the core business and high dividend yield remain attractive. Sir, how much market share has been retained? Sustainability for cigarette business following new excise and GST hikes implemented in February 2026. What is the volume growth for cigarette business? Sir, what is the growth outlook for ITC Infotech and Agri Export given their strong contribution to foreign exchange earnings? Sir, what margin with marginal debt and a massive cash balance? Any plan for larger acquisitions in the FMCG or technical space? Kindly focus. Any plan to initiate buyback to support shareholder value and stabilize the equity float? I hope our company will maintain necessary technologies, transparency at all levels, and with such prestigious ITC brand. Thank to all team members for such a wonderful, smooth video conferencing meeting today. Myself, Amit Kumar Banerjee, over to you for further proceedings.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Bimal Krishna Sarkar. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Sarkar, please unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello, audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Please
Sir,
go ahead.
very good morning. I, Bimal Krishna Sarkar, joining from my residence, Kolkata. Respected Chairman, Directors, KMPs, Company Secretary, fellow shareholders. Thanks to the Chairman for valuable and informative presentation regarding performance and the future strategy of the company. Also, I thanks to the Company Secretary and Secretary for sending annual report well in advance. Sir, excellent investor service. Sir, integrated annual report is colorful and informative. Sir, question number 1. Excise duty increased by 75.61 during the year as compared to previous year. What are the reason for increasing the above excise duty? Sir, we are glad to see the growth of momentum of ITC Limited, which is reflecting in profit stood rupees 21,018.50 in crores. Sir, Chairman, sir, what are your plan to grow the organization for further height globally, land capacity and people development? Sir, congratulations on the immense contribution to CSR activities. Your commitment to social development and sustainability, it is truly inspiring, and it reflects the values that ITC Limited stands for. We are proud of you, sir. Best wishes to all of you. Thanks for patient hearing. Over to you, sir. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder HS Patel. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
If he's unable to join, could you move on to the next speaker, please?
We have a connected, sir.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Please.
Thank you. Respected Chairman. Hello?
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Respected Chairman, Mr. Sanjeev Puri, sir. Executive Director, CFO, Mr. Supratin Datta, the CFO of our company, our company secretary and vice president, Mr. Rajendra Singh sir. And I also thank all the colleagues and Tunal Gosai and the Bombay colleagues in the Bombay office. Thank you very much. The report was a very elaborate and comprehensive report, giving us full details about the financials and all other aspects. Sanjeev sir, your speech was absolutely very good. Detailed information about ITC you have given us. Under your leadership, the company will always progress, and we always believe in your leadership, and you will carry the ITC flag to a very high extent. Wish you good luck. Yes, sir. The awards was the pages on the award side was excellent. Congratulations for the innumerable awards and certification that the company has won in 25-26. Mr. Puri sir, congratulations to you also. The group winning the group CFO of the year and all other various awards. Very good, and we are very proud of you. The CSR activities of the company has also been very excellent. Now I come to this. So ITC is a major multi-business conglomerate and cash generating, absolutely a debt-free company. Ranging into various products of FMCG, hotels, paperboards, agriculture, and IT. And with a revenue of 80,000 crores and market cap of 3.52 lakh crores. So I have put some questions. We have a sufficient cash reserves and bank balance. Bank balance is also loaded with 2,365 crores. Is ITC planning for more acquisitions? The hotel business has demerged with ITC. Will this hotel business deliver some higher return and capital employed? And in what way will shareholders benefit from this? So I understand from the balance sheet that goodwill has increased. From last year, it was 896. This year, it has become 993. What is the reason for this goodwill increase? Inventory level is much on the higher side. If possible, if some action can be taken on this to prevent the inventories from exceeding. Yeah, so Infotech, ITC Infotech and AID Technology Engineering Company, when is the management planning to make it listed? Will it be listed in the next 2 years? I hope the management team answers this. ITC Infotech is planning to have a majority stake in Happiest Mind Technology. What benefit will ITC shareholders receive from this? When will this offer be triggered? Is the deal signed and signature is awaited? ITC Infotech has even recently acquired Blaze Tech Technologies. Please throw some light on this. Sir, of course, as a shareholder, I humbly request that bonus is very much awaited by this company, if possible by the board of directors, because issuing the bonus shares to our portfolio holders, when will be this possibly done? Then, sir, the awards page, which is given right at the end of the book, end of the annual report book, and the page number is not written in the content. Please make it, and many business sustainability report, annual report page numbers are in the black, and the handwriting is also in the black. So it is becoming very difficult. It gives a strain in the eyes. Please, can it be done in a proper way? So we have full faith in you, and I'm a very proud shareholder of ITC, and I'm sure that under your leadership, we all will flourish. I'm as a privileged shareholder, we are in excellent hands of the management team. I give my all trust, support, and encouragement to this management team and all the employees who have worked hard to bring good results. Sir, the share price is, of course, very low, but at the same time, you are giving us a good dividend. We are satisfied, and I hope that you will lead the company still in future to a very high position. I wish you long, healthy life. Thank you, sir, and good luck to you.
Thank you. And may I request member shareholders to please be brief, because we've got a lot of speakers who wish to raise questions or comment, and we have to allow as many as possible. So in the interest of all your fellow shareholders, please be brief, stay with 2 minutes. Otherwise, I might have to now interrupt.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Suraj Prakash Batwal. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Mr. Puri, thank you very much. I am from Kolkata. Thank you very much for the update on the company. I must say that the company has stood very strong in the most difficult times. Me and my family has been the shareholder of the company for several years. What is really remarkable is to see the transformation of the company from a tobacco-dominated company to the second largest FMCG player in the country. Today, more than 50% of the company's revenues are derived from non-tobacco business, and the company has created such strong brands which resonate so well with the masses of this country. The products of the company meet most of the daily essentials needed by the consumers. This sector is a sunrise sector, and there is a huge potential. I am sure that the company will continue to invest and grow in the FMCG space. Also, sir, the way the company has really scaled up its agri division, and they are trying to connect the rural economy with the mainstream economy. This is really praiseworthy. And last but not the least, despite being such a regulated industry in India, tobacco company still continues to maintain its dominant position in the tobacco industry. Although there was a excise duty hike in the last financial year, company has been able to maintain its volumes, and company has still been able to maintain its monopoly position. I think that really speaks very high about the management capability and control over the business. So these are the limited points which I just wanted to make, and all the very best for the next financial year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Rishikesh Chopra. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Chopra, please unmute yourself.
Hello, am
We
I
can hear
audible?
you. Yes, please proceed.
Thank you very much. सर मैं ऋषिकेश चोपड़ा गाजियाबाद से बोल रहा हूँ। मैं कंपनी सचिव CFO साहब का धन्यवाद करता हूँ कि उन्होंने इस अवसर पर मुझे आपसे रूबरू किया। सर आपके जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट मिली है वो बहुत बढ़िया है, उसमें मुझे कोई कमी नहीं, सेबी गाइडलाइंस को मीट करती है और आपने अच्छा प्रॉफिट दिखाया है, तो इसके लिए मैं आपको धन्यवाद करता हूँ और कंपनी को बधाई देता हूँ कि आपने इतने अवार्ड्स जीते हैं। सर मेरे 2-3 लिमिटेड क्वेश्चंस हैं, क्योंकि आपने अपनी ओपनिंग स्पीच में बहुत कुछ कह दिया है और प्रीवियस स्पीकर ने बहुत कुछ बोला है। सर कैपिटल एलोकेशन जो आपका है, व्हाट इज द टाइमलाइन टू अचीव डबल डिजिट EBIT margin in FMCG, and will COPEX shift more towards hotel demerger and agri business? सर इसके बारे में कुछ बताएं। सर डिविडेंड पॉलिसी आपकी बहुत बढ़िया है, आपने इतना बढ़िया शेयर डिविडेंड दिया है, तो ये पे आउट कंटिन्यू रहेगा आगे या नहीं, ये बताएं। सर बोनस की रिक्वेस्ट 2-3 स्पीकर्स ने पहले भी की है, मैं भी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं, अगर आपका रिजर्व्स वगैरह ठीक है तो बोनस भी कंसिडर करें। आपकी CRS एक्टिविटीज में जो है वो बहुत बढ़िया है, पर अगर कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट आप हमारे जैसे ओल्ड एज होम्स के लिए भी रखें तो मैं आपका बहुत कृतज्ञ मानूंगा। ओल्ड एज होम को कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन दें। अंत में मैं सर कंपनी की, आपके स्वास्थ्य की और सब कर्मचारियों की भविष्य की शुभकामनाएं करता हूं। धन्यवाद। राम राम।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Santosh Chopra. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Chopra, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes,
Am
we
I
can hear you.
audible?
Please, yes, sir. Please proceed.
बोलिए सर।
धन्यवाद जी। सर प्रीवियस स्पीकर्स ने बहुत कुछ बोल दिया है, इसलिए मैं और कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता, परंतु मेरा आपसे ये सुझाव है कि ITC सिगरेट बिजनेस जो है और FMCG बिजनेस है, उसके बारे में कुछ ज्यादा बताएं कि सिगरेट, क्योंकि आजकल टोबैको स्मोकिंग इज बैन और ये एनकरेज डिस्करेज कर रहे हैं, तो फिर भी आप कंटिन्यू क्यों कर रहे हैं, इसके बारे में कुछ बताएं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Santosh Kumar Saraf. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Saraf, please unmute yourself.
If he's unable to join, can we move on to next speaker, please?
As there is no response, we'll move on to the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Subhashkar. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Subhashkar, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
So
Yes,
please
sir.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Proceed, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Chairman, sir, esteemed members of the board and fellow shareholders. I am Subhash Kaur joining from Kolkata. First of all, Chairman, sir, your speech was outstanding and provided valuable insight about our company. Sir, before I begin my question, I would like to appreciate the company's unique initiative in this year annual report. The introduction of QR code to access additional information is to the best of my knowledge, a pioneer initiative among Indian companies. I strongly support all the regulation passed through remote e-voting. Sir, I have one question. Sir, following the acquisition of the 24 Mantra organic brand, what are the company's medium-term growth targets for the organic food business, and how does the company plan to leverage its distribution network and sourcing strength to scale this portfolio? Lastly, I finish, sir. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our highly experienced company secretary, Mr. R.K. Singh, the entire investor team, and especially the investor-friendly Mr. Tunal Ghoshal for their outstanding support, promote assistance, and excellent investor service. That's all from my side. Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Manas Banerjee. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Banerjee, please unmute yourself.
Good noon to everyone. Respected Chairman, esteemed board members, and fellow shareholders. Myself, Manas Banerjee, joining this virtual AGM from Kolkata. Sir, it is a privilege to address this 115th AGM and congratulate the leadership on a remarkable financial year 2026. I also thanks management for rewarding shareholders by giving 14 rupees and 50 paisa dividend. Sir, I have some observation for your kind consideration. How does our management intend to counter illicit trade without triggering volume compression via recurring price hikes? My second query, sir, when can shareholder expect structural scale-driven margin benefits to come through, particularly with brand investment across newly acquired premium brands? And my final query is, sir, extreme weather spikes and El Nino disruption created raw material availability challenges for the agri and food businesses. What capital expenditure is being deployed to secure climate resilient sourcing pipelines over the upcoming fiscal period? I extend my gratitude to our Secretariat Department for doing an excellent investor service and dedication. Thank you to the board, the management, and the entire ITC family for their unwavering dedication to sustainable long-term growth. We look forward to reaching greater heights together. Thank you, sir.
दो स्टील ग्लास के चावल डालो.
Thank you.
ग्लास है ना स्टील का अंदर.
I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Devapriya Haldar. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. I'm a shareholder and my question is about Sprout Life Yoga Bar. Now that is a subsidiary of ITC. So I want to start with the whey range because it tells the whole story. The whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate, the core sports nutrition products, are both out of stock on the Yoga Bar's own website right now. Not a snack, it's a flagship protein. I would like to know how long they have been unavailable and whether it is a sourcing problem, a capacity problem, or a decision to quietly exit the category. And that leads to the main question. ITC is already runs dairy operations under Ashirvad, whey is a byproduct of paneer and cheese processing. So we have the raw material and we are apparently short on the finished product. Yet has management actually evaluated making whey in-house because smaller listed brands in India, fraction size of ITC, have already built domestic whey manufacturing and put their product in every distributor and every retailer. Yoga Bar has not. India's protein market is one of the fastest growing consumer category in the country, and it is still almost imported. It's a gap ITC uniquely placed to close, and it is not. Third, the website for the brand inside a company of ITC scale, the Yoga site is not at competitive standard. It is not properly optimized for desktop, and the imagery and the merchandising are weak. What is the plan and timeline to fix it, and who owns this internally? And finally, the capital in 2023 ITC committed to take Sprout Life to 100% within 3 to 4 years, and window is closing. Where does that stands, and how is this board assessing the return? Because of the execution I am seeing does not look like a business being built towards full ownership. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Dipayan Pradhan. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Dipayan Pradhan. Yes.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Very good afternoon, respected chairman, board members, and fellow shareholders. Only one question I have. What has been the trend in operating margins before other income over recent quarters? And what are the key risks that could affect performance, and what mitigation strategies are in place? Nothing more. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being precise and brief.
Thank you. I now the next speaker shareholder, Praveen Kumar Agarwal. Unmute and proceed with your question. Praveen Kumar Agarwal, please proceed. Mute yourself.
Chairman Sir, Sri Sanjeev Puri ji, esteemed members of the board, and my fellow shareholders of ITC. I am Praveen Agarwal, a stock analyst and a deeply committed, proud shareholder of ITC since 1989, witnessing this enterprise deliver 37 years of compounding value to our family portfolio. I feel privileged and honored to address this elite board at the 115th AGM today from the now progressive city of Joy, Kolkata. It is a testament to the timeless ethos of the company, whose investments are guided by Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and Viksit Bharat, to make the country stronger, resilient, and more competitive in recent times to come. We, as a proud shareholders in 1985, that builds livelihoods, champion environment conservations, and consistently reward its family of shareholders, despite facing operational challenges and punishing tax regimes. As a shareholder, I thank the management for navigating a complex and volatile environment, delivering a remarkable, robust performance, recording gross revenues of 80,000 crore rupees. What brings immense joy to a shareholder is the board's progressive approach to capital allocation. The recommendation of final dividend makes a total of 14.5 is highly commendable, reflecting your vision of Sab Saath Bade. This balanced value delivering is much better than issuing of bonus shares. This reflects not only the underlying financial strength of our businesses, but also the management's commitment towards its shareholders. As a stock analyst, despite growing income and profits, the share of ITC at rupees 280 is grossly undervalued. I am sure the general investors will see the hidden value and it will regain its all-time high of 480 and scale to much higher levels. Over the decade, ITC has brilliantly transformed from being a cigarette-led enterprise into a multi-business company and an agile FMCG powerhouse. The brands like Ashirwad, Bingo, Sunfeast, Classmate, Mangaldeep, all of them are number one in their respective category. And I would proudly share that my family uses all of these products, including the skincare product. Whenever I see this copy, it gives me pride, it gives me happiness. ITC is a climate positive enterprise, continuously delivering large scale afforestation, water harvesting, and renewable energies. Now, to help us evaluate the forward-looking earnings runway, I would request the management's insight on two specific points. Number one, on regulatory overheads, considering the upcoming nationwide implementation of the 4 new labor codes, including the strict 50% basic pay rules and expanded social security liabilities. Could the management provide a quantified outlook on how this might impact our consolidated staff cost and operating margins? Number two, new growth vectors. The annual report highlights the incubation of fresh food business. Could the management outline the strategic execution plan for this segment within the competitive online food service ecosystem and how it will drive value for our food business division? Chairman, sir, I wholeheartedly support all the resolutions placed before the House today, including the adoption of the financial statement and the dividend declarations. My deepest gratitude to you, Mr. Sumanto Hemant Malik and the board and the entire tireless workforce of ITC for sustaining enduring value. Thank you for your time and patience.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Sachin Ganesh Marathe. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Marathe, please unmute.
You may move on to next speaker, please, if he's unable to join.
Mr. Marathe, can you unmute yourself? Mr. Marathe, we cannot hear you. As there is no response, we'll move on to the next speaker shareholder. Mr. Jaideep Bakshi, please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Bakshi, please unmute yourself.
Yes, very good afternoon, Chairman, MD, and Board of Directors and CFO. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. First of all, I convey my thanks to our company secretary and to entire secretarial department for maintaining good investor-friendly relations and also good corporate governance. Sir, the initial speech was very much informative and congrats, thanks for the performance and also for the dividend total of rupees 14.50 passed on to us. Just want to know the expected growth in the premium and the semi-premium products, growth in the urban and the semi-urban areas, and our portfolio expansion through the innovative and acquisitions. What is our steps and steps for scaling up our direct sourcing from farmers for branded food products and FMCG margins under pressure due to inflation and the competition status? What are the steps to be taking to improve our profitability and maintain our market share? And with increasing regulations about ITC planning to protect the tobacco business, kindly share the thoughts. And personally using our products and really satisfied with them on the different verticals. And nothing to add more, I supported the resolutions and continue with our growth trajectory with our brand value and create a lasting value in the minds of the people. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Surendra Kumar Arora. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Arora, please unmute yourself.
नमस्कार चेयरमैन सर, मैं सुरेंद्र कुमार अरोड़ा नोएडा से मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। चेयरमैन सर, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको बधाई देना चाहता हूँ आपके द्वारा दी गई स्पीच के लिए। सर, वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव और वेरी नॉलेजेबल स्पीच, जिसके अंदर की काफ़ी क्वेश्चन जो मेरे दिमाग में थे वो कवर हो गए। चेयरमैन सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो हम लोगों का आटा का ब्रांड है उसके अंदर से हम लोगों का मार्केट शेयर क्या, इसके बारे में बताएं। बाकी आने वाले समय में हम लोगों का जो शेयर प्राइस है उसके आगे बढ़ने के कितने, वैसे तो मार्केट के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, फिर भी मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ क्या आगे उसके अंदर कुछ जो ग्रोथ है उसके अंदर क्या है। काफ़ी पुराना शेयर होल्डर हूँ आपका, आपके सारे रेजोल्यूशन का सपोर्ट करता हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच। कंपनी सेक्रेटरी उनकी टीम का भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ, उन्होंने काफ़ी कोशिश की। एक सजेशन है मेरा, मॉडरेट को ये बताना चाहिए कि स्पीकर नंबर कौन सा चल रहा है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Thank you. Chairman sir, Mr. and MD Sanjeev Puri, other directors on the board, my dear fellow shareholders in this VC meet, I am Mrs. C.E. Mascarenas. Sir, I have a very big complaint. Mr. Puri, are you hearing me? Mr.
Yes,
Puri.
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
I have a big complaint. See, you gave me in my text M9 and I am waiting when M9 is coming, when M9 is coming. Then I called somebody from the company. They said yours is coming. I will request you henceforth speaker number, before that, what is their number, speaker and name. And so we know, and when you give us the text, please write what is our speaker number, like what Tatas follow. Please tell your secretarial department, company secretary, to see the Tatas, how they go about. Because they have a list of more than 50 to 60 shareholders and they manage with this way, because this is the, all this thing is come by the shareholders. So please do that, huh? Okay. Now I go to my formal. I'll be very brief. I know it has gone for quite some time. So I just go to what I want to say. I will first tell you thank you for giving the dividend of 14.50, and also everything is explained in the annual report with pictures, with good pictures. Now, I even congratulate for the awards and accolades received. Good CSR work, ESG, climatic change is well documented and well priced. Now, I have only two questions. To unlock the shareholder value, can we think of demerging ITC Infotech? Could you share your thought on it? Next one, second one is, do we have millet atta for making chapatis? That's all from me. Thank you very much. May God bless our ITC company.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Ashok Subramaniam. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Subramaniam, please unmute yourself and proceed.
I am audible and visible.
Yes, sir.
So, Sarvebhya Namaskaraha. I hope I can do better if I get a smile from Chairman Sanjeev Puri ji. It has been a long wait, sir, with the speaker number Z01. I think better give some serial numbers so that we know where is our number. So I am very pleased to see your annual report with a mission, vision and value, and especially with the QR code. And it's one of the best annual reports I have seen. And also there is no photograph of any of the directors. And so you give importance to the business than to the individual. So, and this is one business which is, I'm speaking from Coimbatore. I am a retired professional. Recently, 2 years back, I have called superannuated. Post my superannuation, I have done an upskill in CSR leadership, a flagship program done by XLRA and Tata Steel Foundation. So in that way, in those programs, many case studies has been discussed, which was obviously the ITC case studies. So in that way, your CSR programs are well appreciated. And in that background, now that I have some background, I would like to be associated with those programs given a chance to me. Okay, so that is one thing. And also I look at that India has a population of more than 50 million people in the age of 60 to 65, having spent a sweet 35 years in the business. And why don't we tap their potential? And there, like even like me, there are people can be groomed as independent directors because they are undergone all the kind of laws and regulations and everything. So with Amit Kanda in India as an independent director, he is an ex-Niti Aayog person. Through you, I messaged, I request this point will reach him so that even the government of India can think about having some kind of a program so that the shortage of independent youngsters, directors, young independent directors in the age of 60 who are having good experience and financially sound can be accommodated. And I look at the strength of the ITC is the 44 lakh shareholders. And as I said, I'm speaking from Coimbatore. My first choice is to go for ITC products, whatever I consume. But I have to struggle a lot to get your products. The easy availability is a very big question mark. So why don't we design something like a e-chopal, whereas a 44 lakh people, households requirements, the shareholders requirements, monthly one requirement, we can have some e-shopping, and through that we can do it. So the average purchase of 4,000 to 5,000 rupees of groceries in a month, I think this will be the biggest market we can look at it. Also, I would like ITC, one product I would look is white ruled A4 sheets, which can be given and which product can be looked at. And having carbon positive and water positive and solid waste recycling positive for so many years, we have any plans to become ESR bonds, sustainability bonds coming up in the market. Now looking at the page number 8 of the BRSR, and I find a significant improvement in the lost time injury frequency rate. In case of employees, it has gone from 0.0 to it has improved, and in case of contractors, it has improved from 0.0 come to 0.06, 0.16. And also the number of fatalities has decreased from 2 to 1. So these are all mere numbers, but ultimately we should aim for zero harm. So I think there is enough probable scope for us to look into that aspect. So I once again request you to consider us and see that whether any options are available for me to contribute to you. And we thank you once again for giving me an opportunity. All the best, and give us an opportunity to have our own products in the future. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Jiten Chawla. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Great. Okay. Greetings to all of you. I am Jiten Chawla, one of the shareholders of the company. First of all, heartiest congratulations to our chairman, Mr. Sanjeev Puri, board of directors and the management of ITC Limited on the overall performance of the company in these difficult times. Sir, it is a great source of pride for me as a shareholder that ITC's diverse portfolio of products touch the daily lives of millions. From premium personal care and skin care products to high quality foods and sustainable paper products, we are continuously assured of top class quality at accessible price points, affordable price points. Heartening to see how ITC is actively building a future ready portfolio by acquiring brands like 24 Mantra Organic Foods, Mother Sparsh, Yoga Bar and Prasuma. This will tap into the modern consumer's shift towards health conscious, organic and premium categories. We, the shareholders, have full faith in the company's strong performance and its commitment to create long-term value for its shareholders. मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है, पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों में उड़ान होती है. This spirit of vision, determination is clearly visible in the company's strategic expansion and growth initiatives. However, sir, like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, etc., we too have a hidden diamond subsidiary company by the name of ITC Infotech India Limited, which is growing fast. There was also some news about ITC Infotech planning to take over Happiest Minds Technologies. Given its scale and demerger of hotel business, what are the plans of the company to come with ITC Infotech IPO? unlocking value and rewarding its shareholders. I have full confidence that our company will evaluate all strategic possibilities and will only advance initiatives that serve the overall long-term interests of all stakeholders. Also, given the company's outstanding capabilities, I would like to ask, how does the board plan to leverage emerging technologies to drive long-term shareholder value? Sir, we are all very optimistic, and this company will reach newer heights under the guidance of your able leadership and the dynamic management team, and the shareholders will continue to be rewarded with higher dividends, capital appreciation, and bonus issues. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Sutarsanan R. Please unmute and proceed with your question. So please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Buri sir, and other board of directors. I request you consider demerger of the paper division, agri division, and FMCG division. If the sales increase, it will go more profitably. In page number 131, profit and loss account, excess duty for year 2026, 9,656 crores. Whereas last year, 4,912 only. There is a difference of 4,744 crores. Whereas the revenue is last year difference is for 7,400. Why the so much of duty increased? Will you please give arrangement to visit one of our plant? Thank you for Mr. R.K. Singha and other teams. Jai Hind, Valga Valamudan.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Gagan Kumar. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Gagan Kumar, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah. Started with morning and now it's afternoon. So you have given me 2 minutes. I will start to conclude myself in 1.5 minutes or in 1 minute. So myself, Gagan Kumar, I'm joining this meeting from Delhi. First of all, I also want to say here that in spite of speaker number like D1, D2, D3, there should be a simple number like 1, 2, 3, 4, so that we can know what is our speaker serial number. Now, I have requested for a hard copy of annual report, which I received well in time. And now I just want to congratulate the management for the good dividend. With a matter of trust, when our share price is at 52 high, we are with the company. And today, when our share price is at 52-week low, we are also again with the company, and we will remain with the company. It's a matter of trust. Now, I just want to ask from the management that what is the exact promoter holding we have as on date? And what steps have been taken to improve return for the shareholder and make the company more profitable? And what is our vision as ITC over the next 5 years along with CapEx, and where do we see our company by 2030? And I'm sure you have a good team of R&D, sales and marketing, but as a investor, our concern with secretarial team in this regard, I will thank you for the dynamic thing. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll finish in 1:30 minutes. And from next year onward, there should be a timer on the speaker window, which after 2 minutes, it's auto disconnect the speaker, so that do not take it more long and long. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Amir Ali Roshan Ali Lakrawala. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Lakrawala, please proceed.
Yeah, am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Good afternoon, respected Chairman Sanjeev Puri sir, Board of Members, Company Secretary, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Amin Ali Lakadawala, attending this AGM from Mumbai. I congratulate the entire management on the strong performance in FY 25-26. I also congratulate Sanjeev Puri sir on receiving several prestigious recognitions. This awards reflects your strong leadership and ITC progress towards becoming a stronger, more modern and diversified company. I would like to ask only one question to be brief. ITCA has launched nearly 100 new products, expanded its digital and AI capabilities, strengthened its e-commerce and quick commerce presence, and acquired Mother's Purse. Could the management share which of these new initiatives are expected to become the key growth and profitability driver over the next 3 years? I wish the company continued success and growth in the years ahead. That's all from my side. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder Hari Modi. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Modi, please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Hari Modi, and I am a stockbroker holding shares in the company over the last 2 decades. So first of all, I wanted to take a moment to express my sincere appreciation for holding the AGM on the electronic platform. This initiative is an excellent way to drive larger shareholder participation while ensuring a seamless and convenient voting experience. Sir, I speak here as a shareholder who has benefited a lot from the handsome dividends paid by you and its capital appreciation over the years. Sir, ever since you took over as the chairman of the company in 2019, the total income has risen from 48,000 crores to 84,000 crores, and the profit after tax has increased from 12,000 crores to about 20,000 crores. Sir, I would like to, being a stockbroker, so as a shareholder, I see that it is good to see that how ITC has pursued a value acquisition strategy focusing on sustainability and health conscious portfolios like 24 Mantra, Yoga Bar. Chairman, sir, first of all, people say lightning doesn't strike twice, but your talent proved this wrong. So incredibly proud to see you being recognized as the best CEO by Fortune India 2 years in a row, and also on being recognized among India's top 100 influential people powering technology and innovation by MIT Sloan. Sir, the management and the secretarial team under Mr. Rajendra Singhi need to be congratulated on their report on corporate governance and other details in the annual report. Our compliments to corporate communication team for such a lovely PR feature in the accounts and finance teams for a detailed report. Sir, under your guidance, the company continues to be one of the most respected, professional and well-governed company in India. Now coming to, sir, most of the questions have been initially asked. Now my question is that why is it that the stock prices is not moving up? Most of them I've asked. But I would like to offer a few observations or suggestions in the same, if I may be permitted to say those. The fact is that a company has a diverse portfolio of products, from food to confectioneries to chips to e-chopal to notebook to shampoos to, Cadbury's, whatnot. So why don't we think about having our own shops, own ITC shops in say malls or in say rather airports, where the company can make a visibility, and this visibility goes a long way in promoting the company's products as well as the marketing. Right now we have about 42 lakh shareholders only. So only 42 lakh shareholders come to know about your products. In fact, being a shareholder also, I don't know what products are being made. I know a notebook is being made by you, but what others do you make? I know a Cadbury is being made. What are the products? So if you could make this visible in airports, it would go a long way in improving the company's advertising and as well as improving the company's visibility. This is one thing I need. I think that management should look into. Further, the ITC price P ratio is only about 15 or 17 when compared to other FMCG companies of 55, 70. we need to think about that as to how we can improve our re-rate our P. Either we do a demerger of ITC Infotech or we demerge the FMCG business. We need to think about that. These are some of the steps which I would like to speak to you, and I really thank for providing me an opportunity to speak on this subject. Congratulations to the entire team and Chairman sir. I pray that the management team of ITC enjoys good health and continue to provide strong leadership to the company. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Chetan Chadda. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Chadda, please unmute yourself.
Hello, Mr. Puri, Board of Directors and co my fellow shareholders. सर आप जो ये पैनल इस पे हमें जोड़ते हैं, इस पे जुड़ने में कम से कम 7 से 8 सेकंड लग जाते हैं और आई थिंक कि आप हमसे भी ज़्यादा थोड़ी जल्दी में रहते हैं, तो सभी शेयर होल्डर्स को आप फटाफट कहते हैं कि चलिए नेक्स्ट में ज्वाइन करा लीजिए। मॉडरेटर भी ये जानते हैं कि हमें आपसे जुड़ने में इस माध्यम पे 7 से 8 सेकंड लग जाते हैं, तो कम से कम इतना समय हमें जरूर दें जुड़ने के लिए। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सभी शेयर होल्डरों में इस समय खुशी की लहर ही रही है, क्योंकि आपने डिविडेंड दिया है लास्ट ईयर के मुकाबले बराबर दे दिया है, जिससे शेयर होल्डर में काफ़ी खुशी है। और शेयर होल्डर के जो प्राइसेस हैं सर वो 450 रुपये से आज हमारा शेयर 275 के राउंड 280 के राउंड में ट्रेड कर रहा है। उसके बावजूद भी सभी शेयर होल्डरों में जो एक उत्साह है वो देखने योग्य है। सर पेज नंबर मैं बात करूंगा अपने अकाउंट्स के ऊपर, पेज नंबर सर 131 के ऊपर जो हमारी एनुअल रिपोर्ट है, सर हमने रेवेन्यू जनरेट किया है इस साल लास्ट ईयर के मुकाबले 2400 करोड़ रुपए ज़्यादा, लेकिन डिविडेंड में उस तरीके से हमें बढ़ोतरी नज़र नहीं आई। लेकिन सर अदर इनकम में हमने डेप्रिसिएशन किया है, इसका रीज़न समझ नहीं आया, जबकि हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ एफडीज भी बढ़ाई हैं। सर जहाँ तक एक्सपेंसेस की बात करते हैं उसमें हमने थोड़ी बढ़ोतरी की है। सर एक्साइज ड्यूटी हमारा भरना एक हमारा कंपलसरी रहता है, लेकिन सर डबल हो गई है लास्ट ईयर के मुकाबले एक्साइज ड्यूटी, इसका क्या रीज़न रहा है? हमने ऐसी क्या क्या चीज़ें एक्सपोर्ट की हैं? क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर 4912 करोड़ थी, इस साल 9656 करोड़ आ गई हैं, तो इसका क्या रीज़न रहा ये थोड़ा हमें ज़रूर बताएं। सर फाइनेंस कॉस्ट भी हमने ऑलमोस्ट डबल कर ली है लास्ट ईयर के मुकाबले, इसका क्या रीज़न रहा ये थोड़ा ज़रूर बताएं हमारे को। सर अदर एक्सपेंसेस जो रहे वो 750 करोड़ रुपए बढ़ गए हैं हमारे पेज नंबर 131 पे ही, इसके लिए हमने क्या इनको रोकने का प्रावधान सोचा है मैनेजमेंट ने? सर एक हमारे जो डायरेक्टर्स हैं उनका हमारी किसी बोर्ड मीटिंग में या मीटिंग्स में अटेंड होना पाना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है और हम उन्हें कन्वे करके चल पा रहे हैं, क्या उनकी तबीयत में कुछ दिक्कत है? तो हम उनकी जगह किसी और बोर्ड के डायरेक्टर्स को भी अपॉइंट करने के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने पूरे वर्ष के अंदर सिर्फ एक ही मीटिंग हमारे साथ ज्वाइन की है। सर ग्रोथ दिखती है हमें पेज नंबर 20 के ऊपर, जहाँ पे अगर आपने 2015 में ज्वाइनिंग की थी और जब आपका रेम्युनरेशन था और आज 2020 में आपका रेम्युनरेशन है ऑलमोस्ट 2391 लाख, तो हमें एप्रिसिएशन ऐसी नजर आती है कि खुशी की लहर लगती है हमारे को। दत्ता जी ने भी अच्छी एक
सर आप जल्दी क्वेश्चन अपना फिनिश करें, बिकॉज 2 मिनट हो गए हैं आपके, बाकी लोगों को भी बात करनी है।
ओके सर, ओके। और सर मैं एक ये एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन के अंदर जो ग्रांट किए हैं हम लोगों ने 3-3 लाख शेयर और 8.5 लाख शेयर और 5,15,000 शेयर और 8,68,000 शेयर, इसके बारे में थोड़ा जरूर जानना चाहूँगा। और हमने उसके अलावा भी इसार के अंदर 13,62,000 जो और 1,32,000 हमने इस शॉप में भी शेयर दिए हैं, इसका थोड़ा सा रीज़न जानना चाहूँगा। सर पेज नंबर जहाँ तक मैं बताना चाहूँगा आपको, जल्दी बताऊँगा सर आपको, हमारी जो कंपनी है सब्सिडियरी नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्राइवेट, सर लास्ट ईयर इन्होंने इनकम जनरेट की थी 69 करोड़ की, लेकिन इस साल उन्होंने एक्स्ट्रा इनकम मुकाबले में जनरेट नहीं की है और हमारा जो प्रॉफिट है उसमें 10 करोड़ 51 करोड़ 10 करोड़ 51 लाख रुपीस जनरेट हुआ है। उसके बावजूद भी उन्होंने हमें डिविडेंड अच्छा पे आउट करा है, लेकिन हमने उससे निकोटिन का जो डेरिवेटिव बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया है, मतलब सर हम एक तरफ सिगरेट भी बेच रहे हैं और एक तरफ से निकोटिन बेच रहे हैं, और दोनों तरफ से अभी अपन लोग कस्टमर से पैसा ले रहे हैं। ये हमारे लिए एक अच्छा वो रहेगा। सर एक रशल क्रेडिट लिमिटेड जो है हमारी, सर उसका डिविडेंड समझ में आना थोड़ा मुश्किल है कि 36 पैसे जनरेट किया लास्ट ईयर और इस साल 39 पैसे, जबकि उन्होंने प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी भी अच्छी जनरेट की है। उसके बावजूद भी सर गोल्ड फ्लेक कॉरपोरेशन ने हमारे को डिविडेंड दिया है 17 रुपये 60 पैसे पिछले साल के मुकाबले, जबकि उनकी जो लास्ट ईयर की प्रीवियस ईयर का रेवेन्यू 25 करोड़ था और इस साल का 30 करोड़ रहा। उसके बावजूद भी हम लोग, जबकि उसमें आप CMD है उसके अंदर भी, और कंपनी में उस तरीके का वो बेनिफिट नजर नहीं आ पा रहा है। सर ये सारे के सारे फैक्टर जो हैं शायद डिपेंडिंग है इस चीज के ऊपर कि शेयर प्राइस को उस तरीके से इवैल्यूएशन नहीं कर पाई मार्केट। इसके लिए हम क्या हर समय मार्केट का जो सिनेरियो रहा, जो जियो पॉलिटिकल के ऊपर हम इस चीज का ब्लेम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे प्रोडक्ट तो सर FMCG प्रोडक्ट्स ज्यादातर हैं, और FMCG प्रोडक्ट्स के अंदर
आप जल्दी फिनिश करें प्लीज, बिकॉज बाकी लोगों ने भी बोला। शेयर प्राइस का क्वेश्चन बाकी लोग पूछ चुके हैं, तो आपको रिपीट करने की मैं उस पर बताऊंगा।
नहीं, रिपीट नहीं कर रहा सर, मैं तो ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि क्या जियो पॉलिटिकल की वजह से हमारा ये प्रॉब्लम हमारे ऊपर आई है, या मार्केट में जबकि हमारी सेल्स उस तरीके से रही हैं, उस सेल्स के बावजूद भी हमारे को उस तरीके की रिटर्न नहीं मिल पाई शेयर होल्डर को। जहां तक देखा जाए इंटीग्रेटेड बिजनेस के ऊपर भी सर लास्ट ईयर के मुकाबले कंपनी ने कुछ ज्यादा अच्छा वो नहीं प्रदर्शन नहीं करा है, तो इसके ऊपर आप देखें। और सर एक पवन प्रॉपलर लिमिटेड हमारी कंपनी है, उसके अंदर सर हमें काफी समय से हम NCLT बेंच के ऊपर रिजॉल्वेंस पे बैठे हुए हैं, इंसॉल्वेंसी में। उसके अंदर हमारे को पिछले साल के मुकाबले इस साल काफी नुकसान देखने को मिल रहा है एनुअल रिपोर्ट में, उसका भी एक बड़ा पार्ट रहा है। और हम ऐसी इन्वेस्टमेंट पे थोड़ा ध्यान करने की हमें जरूरत है। जहां तक सर एक ITC फिल्ट्रोना लिमिटेड है हमारी गोल्ड फ्लेक कंपनी, सर 133 रुपए शेयर डिविडेंड तो बोर्ड को उसी ने दिया है, और मेरे को लगता है उसी के डिविडेंड देने से ही, क्योंकि 761 करोड़ रुपए का जो हमारा टोटल डिविडेंड बनता है उसी कंपनी के थ्रू ही शेयर होल्डरों में सब में बांटा गया है। तो हमारे को लगता है कि सारी कंपनियों की जगह हमें उसी कंपनी को मेंटेन करके उसके ऊपर ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए, ताकि जो 133 रुपए पर शेयर का डिविडेंड हमें मिला और उससे हमने अपने सभी शेयर होल्डर को 8-8 रुपए बांटे हैं, जबकि लास्ट ईयर के मुकाबले देखा जाए तो 15 पैसे में ही सिर्फ डिफरेंस लेके आ पाए हम शेयर होल्डर के ऊपर। सर पेज नंबर में आपको और बताऊंगा,
आप जल्दी फिनिश कर, बहुत दूसरे लोगों को भी बात करनी है, जल्दी
बिल्कुल
फिनिश।
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल सर, AGM का माध्यम ही सर ये बात करने के लिए है। सर एक पेज नंबर 102 के ऊपर हमने 44,000 एकड़ के ऊपर ट्री प्लांटेशन की है। सर ये 19 डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर 7750 गांव है, जिसमें हमने 2 लाख पुअर हाउस होल्ड को बेनिफिट कराया। लेकिन सर हमें ये भी जानना है कि उनसे जो हमने ये प्लांटेशन कराई है, उससे जो आम के या कोई फ्रूट के या सब्जियों के कोई बेनिफिट्स होंगे वो उन किसानों को दिए जाएंगे, या उसका कुछ बेनिफिट कंपनी को प्रोडक्ट लेने में, या क्योंकि किसान इतना सारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो कंज्यूम नहीं कर सकता खुद, तो क्या कंपनी उनसे वो चीज बाय करके अपना बेनिफिट जनरेट करेगी, या उससे प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी किसान की जगह CSR एक्टिविटी के पैसा में कंपनी खुद के ऊपर वो चीजें लेगी? इस बारे में थोड़ा जरूर बताएं हमको, क्योंकि ये एक मेजर पॉइंट है CSR एक्टिविटी का, क्योंकि इसके ऊपर हमने काफी बड़ी इवैल्यूएशन प्रोडक्ट पे खर्च किए हैं। सर एक पेज नंबर 121 के ऊपर हमने CSR एक्टिविटी के अंदर 500 करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए हैं, जबकि 499 करोड़ 92 लाख बनते थे, हमने 8 लाख और खर्च कर दिए। ये एक अच्छा साइन रहा। लेकिन हमने एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव के ऊपर 25 करोड़ खर्च कर दिया, ऑलमोस्ट उस पैसे का 5% पैसा हमने एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव करने में ही खर्च कर दिया, जबकि एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मेरे हिसाब से पहले ही सेटल होता है। और सभी चीजें, हम पुरानी कंपनी है, आज हमारी 115वीं AGM है, तो 115 सालों के अंदर अभी तक हम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ही समझ नहीं पा रहे और उस पर ही फोकस करने में लगे हुए हैं। सर पेज नंबर, क्योंकि हमने 127 पे देखा कि हमारा ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मार्जिन जो है हमने
I will request that the next speaker comes now, because if you have such small points which are already explained in the report, you may please send an email and we'll respond by email, because we will not be able to hear so many questions in 2 minutes. Okay, You've already taken a lot of time. If you have any important question, you quickly say it. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next speaker.
We'll move on to the next speaker. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Geetu Chadda. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Respected Chairperson, Board of Directors, and my co-fellow shareholders, I am really thankful to the secretarial team to given me the chance to speak with you. First of all, मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगी सर. आपसे जो पहले क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं आप उनके रिप्लाई जरूर करें ऑन टाइमली. इससे हमें खुशी होगी और आने वाले समय में ये उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप डिविडेंड को एक मेजर पार्ट की तरह रखेंगे और सिर्फ बोर्ड की ग्रोथ को ग्रोथ ना समझें, शेयर होल्डर की ग्रोथ को भी समझें, क्योंकि शेयर होल्डर ने इन्वेस्टमेंट की है और यदि शेयर का प्राइस खड़ा रहता है तो उसमें आपका कोई हाथ नहीं होता, लेकिन वर्किंग तो आपकी ही उसमें इम्पोर्टेंट होती है. तो आपने अपनी वर्किंग को किस तरीके से इम्प्रूवमेंट में लाना है और शेयर होल्डर को किस तरीके से रिटर्न देनी है, ये देखने की बहुत ज़रूरत है मैनेजमेंट और बोर्ड को, क्योंकि आप लोगों को ये देखना जरूरी है कि शेयर होल्डर की नेटवर्थ बनी रहे. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच. क्योंकि आप कई तरीके से और बेनिफिट ले लेते हैं लेकिन शेयर होल्डर को उस तरीके का बेनिफिट नहीं मिल पाता. ना ही हमें बैठने की बोर्ड सीटिंग मिल पाती है, ना ही हमें कोई मीटिंग ज्वाइन करने के इसमें फंड्स मिलते हैं. तो कम से कम आप इस बात का जरूर ध्यान रखें कि जिस तरीके के बेनिफिट्स आप ले रहे हैं उन बेनिफिट्स के लिए शेयर होल्डर को रिवॉर्ड भी मिलना चाहिए. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Gautam Nandi. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Nandi, please unmute yourself. Mr. Gautam Nandi, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yes, please proceed.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Very good noon and namaste. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, my online fellow shareholders. Myself, Gautam Nandi from Kakugat, very old equity shareholder of your company. Sir, I have received the annual report, notice, joining link through email well in advance. I have also received the hard copy of your annual report as requested. So my hearty thanks to our company secretary and the whole team of your secretarial department for rendering good services to our minority shareholders. Sir, you are organizing your annual general meeting through video conference in a very smooth manner like the previous years. So thanks again, sir. Sir, I am very pleased to receive your wonderful annual report, which is very, very informative and self-explanatory. So thanks for your excellent presentation. Sir, I find very good performance in every segment like the previous years. Sir, in this challenging year. Sir, every company is suffering now, but our company is doing extremely well, sir. Sir, your CSR is also remarkable. So please keep it up. Sir, I am very pleased to receive your excellent dividend even in this challenging situation. Respected Chairman, sir, your introductory speech also very informative and also very encourageable. You have explained everything regarding the performance of our company in your beautiful speech. So thanks again, sir. Sir, just I like to share 2 or 3 points, sir. Sir, what is the roadmap of our company for the next 3 to 4 years, especially related to the growth of our company? Sir, who are the main competitors in our country? Sir, is there any plan for diversification or expansion program in near future? Sir, you have adopted AI technology in your company in very successfully. Now, please tell us how this technology is helping our company for further modernization. Sir, is there any plan for issue bonus share in near future? Sir, I am very happy and also very proud to be a shareholder of your company. Sir, I have full trust with our strong management like you. And so I along with my family wholeheartedly support your all results, which we have already casted through our e-voting. Sir, looking forward with a positive outlook towards our company with higher profit margin, handsome dividend, If possible, 1:1 bonus and return. May God bless you, sir. Stay safe, stay healthy. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Santosh Pasari. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
I request speakers to be brief. We are almost at closing to 1 o'clock now.
Yes. Good afternoon, Chairman, sir, and members of the board. My name is Manoj Pasari. I am a long-standing shareholder of the company. First, let me extend my gratitude to the management and staff for their efforts in running this big diversified company, which is almost a national institution. A leader in FMCG, agriculture, and paperboards. Sir, let me address the elephant in the room. When we look into the financial matrix, we see a mixed picture. While the consolidated revenue from operations shows a steady growth, the net profit has been impacted due to inflation in prices of raw material and uncertainty in tax structure. While the BSE Sensex too seems to have maintained stability, ITC share prices experienced significant fall from 450 to 280 in past 1 year. However, it's to the management's credit that ITC's balance sheet remains debt-free, boasting an impressive return on equity and generating good operating cash flows. Also, we deeply appreciate the board's payment of total dividend of 14.50 rupees per share, which is approximately 5% return at current level prices. उम्मीद पे ही दुनिया कायम है दोस्तों, कल का सूरज आज के अंधेरे से ही निकलता है. Chairman, sir, we believe in ITC's corporate governance and operational strength, and we urge the leadership to take action that translates these into market value. I'm sure investors will see the real value of the stock and ITC share prices will bounce back to its 450 rupees levels. ITC's boards are amongst the top 3 market leaders. Brands. ITC's brands are among the top 3 market leaders in every segment and are growing at an impressive pace. ITC have successfully shed its image of a tobacco company, transforming into a diversified FMCG powerhouse. We know the powerhouses brands like Classmate, Fiyama, Ashirwad, Sunfeast, Yippee, Bingo, and Mangaldeep dominates the market. While its strategic expansion and acquisition continues to drive impressive future-proof growth. एक और अर्ज करना चाहूंगा, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे, बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So finally, Chairman, sir, ITC is one of the most respected company in India. Its strength lies in its brilliant, hard-working manpower and professional management. We are all very confident that with you, ITC is in safe hands and will continue to grow, creating great value for all the shareholders. Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Ashit Kumar Pathak. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Pathak, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Sir, yes, please proceed.
Namaskar, sir. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, fellow members joining at 115th AGM of ITC Limited. Before I start, I have full respect and homage to our respected former Chairman, Mr. Kishan Lakchur, for sudden demise. I pray to God for his soul, rest in peace, and his blessings always paid to my company. Excellent financial performance, excellent. Total revenue increased by 10.1% and EBI TDA increased to 4.9%. And sir, your opening remarks, you have expects all the parameters which is in balance sheet. And thanks to my company's secretarial team, Mr. R.K. Singhi and Deputy Company Secretary, Mr. Tunal Kumar Ghoshal for excellent cooperation to me for allowing me to attend this virtual AGM. Sir, I have some specific points which I'd like to share. I noticed in page 55, the significant investment in 12 state-of-art ICML facilities. What is the expected return on ROC for these assets? And what is the current utilizations level? Share your thoughts about this. Next. How is my company optimizing its working capital cycle amid the current high inflation environment, particularly regarding inventory management? Share your thoughts. In page 40, it mentioned my company evaluates new vectors of growth. Are these any plans for non-core asset monetization to strengthen, bolster the balance sheet? Share your thoughts. In respect to ITC Infotech, it is showing industry-leading EBITDA margin, and my view, how much of this is driven by Gen AI stroke agentic platform adoption versus legacy service? Share your thoughts. What is our concrete financial roadmap to achieve net zero operations by 2050, and what portion of this annual budget is earmarked for this? Share your thoughts about this. It notice that fresh food business is now reported under the other segment. What are the key performance metrics and potential and profitability targets we are looking forward with this venture? With increasing regulatory pressure on single-use plastics, how is the philo services being positioned to capture market share? And what is the research and development roadmap for this? Share your thoughts. I notice in the report, in the page 66, the report highlights the deployment of 80 plus application in the paper business. How is the management measuring the return of investment on these digital and AI ML investments? Share your thoughts. Also, at the final question, I noticed, can management elaborate on the nature of exceptional items? Refer note number 29 and notice loss near about 183.87 crores, and whether any recurring structural changes are expected. Share your thoughts. Also, I have full support the all resolution of my company, and praying to God for your good health and your continuation in my company's management team as the managing director and chairman. Thanking you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder Hiranand Parshram Kotwani. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Again, re-emphasizing, please be within 2 minutes, because we are nearly at 1 o'clock now, and we started in the morning. So we have many speakers who wish to speak.
Mr. Kotwani, kindly unmute yourself.
I am audible. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, it will take time. Certainly, I waited from 10:25. It is a great company and great speech. That gentleman, no room to ask the question. But certainly, one point I will raise: the nicotine. How much we produce nicotine? We are producing, are trading, and how much market rate of the nicotine? You can give this information free, because I have this company is good, all well, but you said in the speech the new engine growth, import substitute. What are import substitute you are looking for? Next generation innovation. What new product will be next generation you will innovate? Please elaborate some future guide regarding. This is not a forward-looking statement regarding the budgetary provision for the export and growth. Because I know this company will long way to go. We will not remain here and its company remain. I will just give the best wishes. Let them improve their compliance also, because number is given in 1.5 or after 44. TH1. Balance sheet is well, your speech is well. Thank you and best wishes. Good luck ahead.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder Lily Pradhan. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Lily Pradhan, please unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Okay. Very good afternoon, respected chairman, board members, and fellow shareholders. Myself, Lily Pradhan, a long-standing shareholder from Kolkata, attending through video conferencing. Tunal Khoshal sir always coordinate with me, even all shareholders. A very good, appreciative, personalized human beings. Overall, very good investor services for shareholders communication. Chairman sir, I am genuinely proud of your polite, humble leadership team and transparent, thoughtful nature and vision, which inspiring great confidence among shareholders. I am hopeful that under your able guidance, our company will continue to achieve greater and greater success in coming year. I received email of comfort well in advance and also hard copy of annual report, which covers both meaningful and knowledgeable information with a transparent, sustainable practice. Heartiest congratulations on my company's strong credit rating. The company's export is increasing, which is very good. Now I have put some specific queries and requests in present situation. With the 2026 exercise duty hike requiring price increasing to protect margins, how does the company plan to manage volume elasticity and fight the persistence theory of illegal trade? Next, given recent volatile monsoons are affecting agribusiness, how are digital ecosystems like ITC, MAARS protecting raw materiality supply chains? Next, are there any current plan to invest in expanding our business by new AI technology? What will be the expected returns on such investment? What are the projected timeline for this investment? Next, what are the key risks that could affect the performance and what mitigation strategies are in place? Nothing more. As a woman speaker, request always to support women's empowerment, which is most important and must be cherished by trusting for dignity and respect. Thank you so much. With warm regards.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Dharav Jamdar. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Please proceed, sir.
My questions are, first, there are many macro headwinds that our chairman has perfectly stated out. So the question is, amongst all these macro headwinds, which of our product segment is highest and which is the least prone to such headwinds? After pricing in all these negatives, what is the lowest as well as the maximum volume growth band you can forecast for the FMCG segment of ours? Second, we have a significantly vast export market opportunities, and indubitably its contributions to the significantly going to increase in our top line as well as bottom line. With a wide product range that we offer and a significantly the depreciation of currency is going on, what are your projections for the exports market? Additionally, our nation has successfully made FTA pacts with many developed nations worldwide. So how much incrementally are we going to explore these markets? In contrast, are we highly exposed to the entry of some of the major MNC, FMCGs and wellness brands entering Indian markets and selling their products at a much competitive rate like us? Third, we have significantly and persistently invested in innovations and also fostering inorganic growth in order to create a sustainable product mix for the future ahead. Will we see a continuous incremental allocation likewise in the coming years ahead? And in the recent times, we have acquired many new age brands. So what will be the capex that we will be infusing in those particular brands for the coming years? Now, in order to curb the volatile raw material prices and supply chain disruption, will my company pass on the significantly higher manufacturing costs to customers, or will our growth be at a cost of our margins? So what will be my company's major focus on be? That is first, either to protect the margins or to protect the market share in the near future. Fifth, in agri business, we have pivoted our strategy towards rapidly scaling up our value-added agro products portfolio to improve margins and accelerate growth. We are successfully moving beyond generic commodities into value-added agri products such as medical plants, extracts, etc. So what amount of capex in contrast to the overall capex and new products development can we see in this particular segment? Thank you, sir, for providing this opportunity.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Akash Bagaria. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to the entire ITC team and respected Chairman, Mr. Puri. Some companies are brought, some are traded, but there are very limited which are inherited. For us, ITC represents a legacy shareholder family. Traits which I have inherited from my family members. As a chartered accountant specializing in taxation, I appreciate the complexities of operating in an environment marked by evolving regulation and increasing compliance requirements. So my questions are twofold, and that will be crisp. First, with the cigarette business facing challenges such as higher taxation, rising illicit trade, pricing pressures, and margin concerns, how does the management plan to navigate these headwinds and protect the long-term competition of the business? Second, looking at ITC as a whole, what are the key growth levers and strategic priorities that will help the company continue creating value and emerge stronger in the coming years? That would be the twofold question. One small suggestion before I break, sir. ITC has an emerging range of products, so much so that the consumers are even unaware of the breadth of its portfolio. Why are we not planning to create a small, let's say, an ITC experience zone in or outside the airports and malls where people can explore new launches and the company's diverse offering? Thank you, everyone, and wishing the ITC team a continued success.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder Pramod Kumar Jain. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
नमस्कार, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? मैं प्रमोद जैन, दिल्ली से, चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, सेक्टर डिपार्टमेंट का धन्यवाद करता हूं। इस एजीएम में आपने बोलने का अवसर दिया। सभी रिजोल्यूशन का मैं समर्थन करता हूं। सर, मुझे कुछ नहीं पूछना, एक ग्रामीण इलाकों में हमारी रिकवरी की क्या स्थिति है, और सेकंड, इस साल कौन से बड़े प्रोडक्ट या ब्रांड लॉन्च करने वाले हैं? धन्यवाद। जय जिनेंद्र।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder Bharti Saraf. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Please proceed, unmute yourself.
One minute. Just a minute, madam, please. माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारीगण और कर्मचारीगण, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार श्राफ है। आशा करता हूं आप अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में होंगे। सर, मेरा नाम पहले बुलाया था, लेकिन किसी कारण मैं अटेंड नहीं कर सका, इसलिए भारती साहब में ज्वाइंट एडिटर हिसाब से अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। सर, आपसे 2-3 छोटे प्रश्न, ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा। सर, सालाना रिपोर्ट से पता चलता है कुछ बिजनेस सेगमेंट में चुनौतियों और ग्राहक की बढ़ती मांग के बावजूद कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस मजबूत रहा। क्या चेयरमैन एफएमजीसी, होटल और पेपरबोर्ड, पैकेजिंग, एग्री बिजनेस और सिगरेट बिजनेस को अलग अलग ग्रोथ और मुनाफे के लिए के मुख्य कारणों आप बता सकते हैं? अगले 3 से 5 साल लगातार कमाई बढ़ाने के लिए और कैपिटल रिटर्न बेहतर करने के लिए कंपनी की क्या रणनीति है? फिर आईटी से डिजिटल बदलाव, सस्टेनेबिलिटी, टिकाऊपन जैसे जुड़े कामों में निर्देश कर रही है। क्या चेयरमैन विस्तार से बता सकते हैं? मैन्युफैक्चर, सप्लाई चेन, खेती, सेल्स, कस्टमर एंगेजमेंट में आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, जेनरेटिव एआई, ऑटोमेशन और डाटा एनालिसिस का इस्तेमाल कैसे किया जा रहा है? साथ ही कंपनी के मुख्य ईएसजी लक्ष्य और मौजूदा ईएसजी रेटिंग क्या है? सर, अंतरराष्ट्रीय बाजारों में विस्तार की क्या योजना है, जिनसे लंबे समय तक हम कंपनी मजबूत करने में रहे? सर, आईटीसी के बिजनेस अलग अलग प्रकृति के को देखते हैं। क्या बोर्ड ने शेयर होल्डर के लिए वैल्यू बढ़ाने के मकसद से पेपरबोर्ड, पैकेजिंग बिजनेस, डिजिटल आईटी बिजनेस, लिस्टिंग और डीमर्जर या अलग वैल्यू बनाने जैसे रणनीतिक विकल्पों पर विचार किया है? अगर ये प्राप्त संख्या में पहुंचे सर, अभी ऐसी रजिस्ट्रेशन पे विचार नहीं किया जा रहा है, तो किन वजह से नहीं किया जा रहा है सर? और इन बिजनेस मौजूदों को ग्रुप स्ट्रक्चर बनाए रखने के लिए शेयर होल्डर में ज्यादा वैल्यू कैसे बनेगी? सर, संजीव जी, ये मेरे 2-3 प्रश्न थे, ज्यादा कुछ नहीं कि आज बहुत लंबी हो गई है। अतः एक बार फिर आपके अच्छे स्वास्थ्य की कामना करता हूँ और आप पर पूर्ण विश्वास करते हुए और सभी शेयर होल्डर भाई बहनों और कर्मचारियों का अच्छे स्वास्थ्य की कामना करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ फाइनेंशियल 26-27 इन सभी के लिए हेल्दी वेल्दी प्रोसेस सेफ्टी के साथ व्यतीत होगा। मैं मॉडरेटर का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत, राम राम।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Atanu Saha. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Once again, reiterating to please stay within 2 minutes. We are very short of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sanjeev Puri ji, namaskar. I am Atanu Saha, a shareholder of our proud shareholder of our ITC, which is our enduring our all values, sir. Sir, my respective chairman, sir, and board of directors, and also our company secretary and company secretarial team areas, the Kunal Ghoshal, and all our shareholders present in this 115th annual general meeting, sir. It's thanks to give me chance, sir. I am going to my previous shareholder already raised there are queries, sir. I'm going to the area of CSR activities where the spend is more than 500 crores, sir. It's very good. Sir, one thing is that do you have any established plan to ITC park in every cities, one and two cities, whereas it is for new generation, whereas they understood the products, different products in different way. Sir, another second question, sir, GDRADR. What is our, because number of shareholders are from FII. So think about it. And another question, sir, ITC sales counter, sir, how's the product showroom, sir? Whereas the wheel store is available in the matter of noodle products, sir. Sir, how, the products in other products, how do we establish to our consumers? Sir, it is a question, sir. And another fourth question is the created with understanding with circle economy. Whether we are we are spending a number of money with the relation with music and other area. Why we do not think about the circle economy? Because all our products, our service are related with understanding with sustainable recycling objects, sir. I already casted my vote, sir. I wish Sanjeev Puri ji, I already casted my vote. I, Atanu Saha, thanks to our chorus call, give me chance at last. Thank you very much. I forwarding to our moderator. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Gaurav Kumar Singh. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Singh, please unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, and fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Gaurav Kumar Singh, joining this AGM from Delhi. First of all, I would like to thank the management for giving me the opportunity to express my views on this platform. But I just want to ask that what steps are being taken to reduce carbon footprints? And sir, is there any plan to expand in the international market over next 2 years? And what digital technologies or AI-driven initiatives are being implemented in our procurement, logistics, and supply chain management? Sir, also I request you to increase our product catalog in Defense CSD canteen, as it has a very huge consumer base. More in kindly consider speaker shareholders for sending some companies' products on upcoming festive season. As far as the agenda of this AGM is concerned, I support all the resolutions along with all my family members. I also wish to thank our company secretary and his entire secretarial team for maintaining high standard of corporate governance. And I wish a bright future for the company.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Mani Sundaram AV. Please unmute and please proceed with your question. Please unmute yourself. Mr. Mani Sundaram, please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. Are you able to hear my voice, sir?
Yes, please continue.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
This meeting by means of video conference. 115 AGM ITC Limited. And come to, it is a very fourth generation of companies running very successfully. Very happy to attend the meeting by means of video conference from Tamil Nadu, Salem. and you have given page number 320, 10-year glance of financial statement. Very good, sir. Page number 164, deposit 2026, 1,756.84. Then last year, 97.61. It is very good. Reducing bank balance. On page number 155, other assets, note number 7, 2026, 1,330.90 crores. The last year, 885.34 crores. Any specific purpose to increase the advances? And page number 37, unclaimed dividend. Please consider, a lot of persons are unknown to updation of IEPF because have a mandate to literature with and communication with the inland letter also. Then new paper mills, please details should be given, sir. Now, how many sister concern in ITC? Any return to the parent company? How many joint venture? And requesting factory visit or plant visit, sir. Page number 90. Policies very
brief and stay with the main question, sir.
Page number 105. CSR activities are very good, sir.
Can you just focus on the main question, sir, because we are running out. Others have to speak.
Dividend has been given 14.50. Very happy, sir. Give me product sample, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Manjeet Singh. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Requesting all speaker members to please stay within 2 minutes. Otherwise, we will have to now start cutting off at 2 minutes because we are quite delayed already. And ask the main questions.
Mr. Manjeet Singh, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
ITC की मैनेजमेंट टीम, सेक्रेटरियल टीम और माय को शेयर होल्डर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। गुड आफ्टरनून सर। कंपनी की प्रोग्रेस अच्छी है, हालांकि बाजार में उसका आंकलन जो है वो शेयर बाजार में प्राइस हमारा नीचे जा रहा है। वो वजहें रहती हैं जो ये जीएसटी के नियम आते हैं। तो सर बाजार जाओ या मार्केट में जाओ, जहाँ आपके डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हैं या आपका सामान है, वहाँ तो मतलब वायर हाउस ऐसे भरे होते हैं। और ये जो प्रोडक्शन है, मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा कि कंपनी सब आप ही कर रही है, कोई हमारे नाम पर कोई नकली सामान तो नहीं बन रहा? इसकी जांच का दायरा हम कैसे रखते हैं? क्योंकि ढेर के ढेर लगे होते हैं आटे के और आपके और प्रोडक्ट के, चाहे वो बिस्कुट हो चाहे वो स्नैक्स हो। तो ये सब सामान हमारी कंपनी खुद ही बना रही है, हमारे नाम पर कोई नकली सामान तो नहीं बिक रहा बाजार में? इसके बारे में क्या सतर्कता हमारी कंपनी करती है? और ये जो बिजनेस है तंबाकू के अलावा, अभी आपने डीमर्जर करा था होटल का, आने वाले टाइम में अगर आप इस डीमर्जर करेंगे एफएमसीजी या फूड का, तो शायद मेरे हिसाब से अच्छा ही रहेगा, क्योंकि एक बिजनेस के ऊपर जो है नेगेटिव असर नहीं आएगा कि जो जीएसटी का जो रूल आते हैं या कुछ धाराएं आती हैं, क्या क्या होता है आईटीसी को। मतलब हमें पता चलता है कि आज पार्लियामेंट का सेशन अगर चालू हुआ है तो कुछ आईटीसी के खिलाफ नेगेटिव ही आता है, कभी पॉजिटिव नहीं आया। तो आपका इस बारे में क्या है व्यू, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में बताइए। और हम आगे अपने मार्जिन बनाने की तरफ क्या ध्यान कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में भी बताइए कि हम कार्य इतना करते हैं और जो मार्जिन है हमारे सिमिलर जैसे मार्केट में और प्रोडक्ट हैं वैसे ही हम कर रहे हैं। थोड़ा आप इस बारे में बताएंगे। तो मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा कि आटे में तो आज के टाइम में हम नंबर 1 हैं ही हैं, तो किसान और फसलें भी उगाता है, क्या उन फसलों को हम और खरीदते हैं? हमने जो है एक सिलेंडर कर दिया है आलू के चिप्स में, जबकि हमारा मैड एंगल ऊपर है, टेढ़े मेढ़े ऊपर है, और आलू के जो चिप्स हैं उसमें हमने सिलेंडर कर दिया है। उसका प्रभाव जो है नेगेटिव तौर पर किसान पर भी पड़ता है। अगर हम आलू खरीदेंगे तो बाजार भाव वो जो आलू बेचता है उससे अच्छे प्राइस पर हम आलू उससे लेंगे। तो मेरी ये चेयरमैन
आप
साहब
जल्दी
से
जल्दी
गुजारिश
फिनिश
है
सर,
कि
जल्दी
चिप्स
फिनिश करें
बिजनेस में
आप।
भी आप थोड़ा और ध्यान दीजिए। ये जो आज का समय हमने आपके साथ साझा करा है, ये आने वाले टाइम में हमारी इन्वेस्टमेंट को मजबूत करेगा, इसकी हम आपसे आशा करते हैं और भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हैं। थैंक यू फॉर द मैनेजमेंट टीम, थैंक यू फॉर द सेक्रेटरियल टीम। एक गिनीज बुक वालों को और बुला लो जी, हमारी एजीएम का जो वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड क्या बन गया है या बनने वाला है, थोड़ा इस बारे में भी जानकारी मिले। ठीक है जी।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Alok Kumar Pal. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
So just reminding you again to stay within 2 minutes, please.
Alok Kumar Pal, please unmute yourself. As there is no response, we will move on to the next speaker shareholder, Gundluru Redappa. Please proceed and ask your question.
Respected Chairman Sir, Puri Sir, and all other directors, member of the board. My name is Redappa Gundluru, attending this AGM from Hyderabad. As a shareholder, I am very happy to provide the company performance. Sir, the annual report is excellent quality. The theme of ensuring value, nation first, start bade, truly reflect the ITC long-term vision. I appreciate the company long-term corporate governance standards, also sustainable business practices, CSR initiatives, and consistent financial performance. I also congratulate the management for the entering the FMCG business. It's a quality Atta and other food products have earned the trust and consumer across the India. I wish the company continued success and its business. Sir, I have my questions now. I don't want to take more time. So I support all the resolutions as before the AGM. Sir, my first question is, what are the company's growth priorities from the FMCG business over the 3 to 5 years? How is my company ITC planning to further expand its premium food Atta product portfolio in the domestic and international markets, sir? And what is the company's strategy to improve the profitability and market share and in the FMCG segment? Fourth question, sir, could you please throw some share about the progress of sustainability and carbon neutral initiatives across the manufacturing facilities? I would like to know. As long-term shareholder, I request the board consider to arranging the shareholders plan to visit the ITC manufacturing facilities. Thank you, Chairman sir, for giving this opportunity. I pray God to give more wisdom, strength, power. आप इतना पेशेंटली सबका सुन रहे हैं अब.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Susnata Das. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Please unmute yourself.
Respected Chairman, are you able to hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Because lot of the speakers, and sir, there is a complaint against your secretarial team. Sir, why this is KCM? What is we are India? We are one India, one nation, which Prime Minister state, and we are not delivering in a one number wise. Someone coming from K, someone coming from C. This is not a justified, sir.
So this
This is
point
not
has been
ITC.
made earlier, and I will respond to it later. You may go ahead with the other questions.
Yes, sir. Sorry for that. Yeah, sir. My only one question is that about the FMCG growth vision. ITC has expressed its aspiration to become India's #1 FMCG company. What market share and revenue milestone does the management expect to achieve over the next 5 years? So thank you, sir. This is my question, and sir, please check that secretarial team for the next years.
Point is noted. We'll move on to the next speaker, please.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Lokesh Gupta. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Gupta, please unmute yourself.
हेलो सर, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
आप बोलिए
चेयरमैन सर, मैं दिल्ली से लोकेश गुप्ता आपका सभी बोर्ड मेंबर का स्वागत करता हूं। सर, इतने शेयर होल्डर्स के क्वेश्चन पूछने के बाद कोई क्वेश्चन बचेगा ऐसी मुझे उम्मीद नहीं है। मेरे सारे जो भी क्वेश्चन थे वो मेरे से पहले शेयर होल्डर पूछ चुके हैं और आपके चेयरमैन स्पीच में वो कवर हो चुके हैं। सर, इसलिए मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा। सर, मैं एक सुझाव जरूर दूंगा। हम कई मीटिंग देखते हैं, आप बार बार कहते हैं कि 2 मिनट 3 मिनट ऑटो कट लगे होते हैं। सर, एक 3 मिनट का ऑटो कट लगाइए सर, जिससे ज्यादा से ज्यादा शेयर होल्डर अपनी बात रख पाए। अंत में मैं कंपनी के सुखद भविष्य के लिए शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder K. Bharatraj. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, very good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, entire board of directors. I am Bharatraj attending from Hyderabad. I support all the resolution. Thanks for the Secretary Department intends in with the link and annual report. Chairman sir, my question is that in 2035, you are telling that 8 lakh crores of FMCG. Any plans for the FMCG demerger? Please let me know, sir. Once again, my best wishes to you. Take care. God bless you. I'm Bharatraj signing off from Hyderabad. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker, shareholder Manmohan Sarda. Please unmute and proceed with your question. Mr. Sarda, please unmute yourself.
Hello, my voice is coming?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairman, respected board members, and my fellow shareholder. My name is Manmohan Sarda. I am a long-term shareholder of giving me an opportunity. As a shareholder, I am concerned about the company share price decline from significantly 402 to early January to 280 now due to excise hike. I understand that market conditions are there, but this is not the only reason. People will make long-term income also. I would like to bring your kind attention. The issue of ITC cigarettes are being sold above printed MRP from January itself by the wholesale and the distribution market. For example, Goldflake products, which are at that time MRP 95, reportedly have been sold over 110, and now MRP 115 are sold over 120. If such practices are widespread, then they encourage the consumer to switch the lesser known cigarette brands and smokeless tobacco products, which could affect ITC market share and brand reputation. I respectfully request the company to examine the issue, whatever appropriate work with distributor and relevant authorities over the MRP issue to boost the sale and no government revenue losses. Finally, I would like to raise my dividend issue. I am not getting dividend. When United Bank of India merged with Punjab National Bank, only the IFSC code has been changed. The updated bank details have been successfully reflected in all my shareholding pattern.
Sir, please send your details on email to Secretarial Department, Investor Services. We will update the records. Can we move on to next speaker, please?
Thank you. This will be the last speaker shareholder, Madhav Nagwan. Please unmute and proceed with your question.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, board members, and the fellow shareholders. I am Madhav Nagwan. I am a chartered accountant and a shareholder of ITC from the past 5 years. So, congratulations to the leadership team for delivering another strong year, achieving gross revenue of around 80,000 crore with 10% growth despite regulatory headwinds, reflect the resilience of ITC's diversified business model and disciplined execution. My question is artificial intelligence transforming business globally? What are the company's key AI priorities over the next 3 to 5 years? And how does the management expect AI to improve operational efficiency, customer engagement, and shareholder value? So that's the question I want you to address in the coming years.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I wish management continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand over the proceedings back to Chairman, sir.
Thank you. So first of all, may I thank all the member shareholders for their keen interest in the affairs of the company. And I appreciate the details to which shareholders have gone and also the kind words. So thank you all very much. A lot of the questions asked are actually covered in the annual report in fair bit of detail. And it's also a lot of information is available on the corporate website. So of course, I will address as many questions as possible, but briefly, for more details, you're free to go to the website or drop an email. And more importantly, you can also join the ITC WhatsApp corporate channel, which keeps you updated with a lot of happenings within the company. And thank you also for your focus on appreciation of sustainability and rural empowerment. Now, let me start with one point that's come to many shareholders. That's the issue of the share price. Now, you have also, many of you have also highlighted that the drop has been seen consequent to the introduction of the change in taxation on cigarettes, where taxation increased by 70%, which is absolutely correct. That has been the trigger. And we have experienced similar instances in the past. Also, on account of taxations, our share price has sometimes been impacted. But the task of management is always to roll up our sleeves, put our heads down, and create value. And once we create value, we do see that the valuations emerge in the market. And that's the role of the management. And we have, management has successfully done so in the past. And I am happy to hear the acknowledgement of this from some of the shareholders. So it's the same, in the same light, I wish to say that, yes, there is a challenge. We will have some challenges for some time, but we are taking the appropriate steps to deal with the circumstances that have arisen on account of the increase in taxes. Just as we are taking steps to deal with other developments in the macro environment which are not favorable. So let me give you a larger perspective on this also, that this has been an historical trend, and we have over a period of time with the steps taken come back, and there is a recent experience from about 200 we went to beyond 400. But it is not really the management's role to determine share prices. Management's role is really to create value, and that's what we will remain focused on. And I'm going to tell you about what we are doing at this instance and how do we look at it on a more longer term basis. As far as this instance is concerned, given the steep rise in taxation, we have taken a calibrated approach of pricing to minimize the losses to illicit. And that's something that some of the other shareholder members have spoken about. At the same time, we are re-architecting the portfolio, and you will see a lot of innovations in the market, a lot of new SKUs in the market to enable re-architecting of the portfolio. That's how we are addressing it. As far as our longer term perspective is concerned, it's like this. See, one of the reasons, premise of our diversification is also, besides creating more value for the Indian economy, which is part of our vision and aspiration, it's also to create growing value for shareholders. And we are, of course, diversifying in areas of national priority, but these are also areas where a lot of value can be created. And the diversification journey has been gathering momentum over time. Now, let me just give you some data for your reference. See, way back and I'm taking back to 2017 That's the period when ITC Next strategy was announced. At that time, the share of our newer businesses, or let me say the non-cigarette businesses in our bottom line, was between 17 and 18%. Prior to the hotel demerger, the share of the non-cigarettes in the bottom line of the company rose up to 25%. And I'm taking before the hotel demerger because that itself takes away something from the, the referencing is correct to do it that way. And mind you, during that period, the bottom line of ITC moved from 10,000 crores to 20,000 crores, and the share of non-cigarette profits moved from about 18% to 25%. That shows how the other sectors have been progressing, and they've been progressing at a faster rate, and that's where we are making large investments. If you look at how the analyst, of course, this is not management's role, but I'm just merely, as you've spoken, as the queries are regarding share prices, I'm merely reflecting what analysts have said in their reports. When they do the valuation of ITC, they do sum of parts. Now, if you look at that, from about 25% ballpark contribution in the valuation of ITC in 17, now 40% is, and I'm saying 40%, this is pre the change of taxation. I'm not talking about the current situation. So 40% of valuation emanated from the newer businesses. So on one hand, the idea is to get back and take steps to build and emerge stronger. And I use the word anti-fragile when I spoke in the beginning. That's the whole idea, how to emerge stronger in the cigarette business after taking the steps that we have to take. And the second is to continue to invest and grow the other segments. And just to give you a reference on FMCG, which is emerged as a very big growth lever for us. We were about 10,000 crores in 2017. We are today 24,000 crores. During the time, margins have also improved by about 1% or so year on year. There have been some periods of high inflation where things contracted, but then they came back, right? When they came back. So we've made steady progress in not only FMCG, all the other businesses, and the information is available in the annual report. I won't get into all the details. And we have set on ourselves a strategy which is captured in the ITC Next strategy, which is fundamentally around continuing to innovate to create new drivers of growth. Not only scaling what we have, but getting into adjacencies, creating vectors for the future. And we have done this in all our businesses so that our portfolio is continuously contemporary, refreshed, and positioned well to take care of emerging opportunities. And at the same time, we are investing in being competitive through investments in digital, in supply chain, in sustainability, and very importantly, in innovation. So all these are making the enterprise competitive, and we are continuously refreshing our portfolio. And the outcome of that is evident from the growth that you're seeing in all of our businesses. I could also mention to you that in the last 5 years, the dividend that we have paid out, it's about 85,000 crores. And also, during this period that I spoke about, you will also find that our capital productivity has also improved significantly over time. And it's so at an aggregate level, it is so, in fact, even in the newer businesses like FMCG. So that's going to be the focus for us to create value for shareholders. And of course, as an institution, we always say stakeholder value, because business is not just about the economics, it's also about societal value. And as we progress, we will also create societal value in line with our triple bottom line philosophy. And once value is created, the expectation is that it will be reflected in the share price, which is for the market to determine. And we as management are continue to be focused on delivering value. There are certain specific questions on certain segments. So let me address those also. There was a question about when does FMCG hit double-digit EBITDA? So we had hit double-digit EBITDA a couple of years back, and then there was a steep inflation, so it dropped. But in quarter 4 results, you would have seen it. We are back to 11, and now the commitment to continue to expand by 80 to 100 basis points year on year remains. So we will strengthen that. There was a question on what are you doing about illicit? I think the approach we are taking on calibrated pricing, at the same time raising industry bodies. We partner with industry bodies to raise awareness on this issue, and so that it's minimized to the extent possible. But ultimately, I think because of the tax arbitrage, this is a challenge. But we will continue to for efforts that are required in this perspective. About scaling up agri exports, I think I covered that very well in my opening speech, where I talked about the vectors we are pursuing to build our agri business, and that's laying the foundation for greater exports, value-added exports, though a fair bit we already do. There is also a question about excise duty increase compared to last year. I think this is increased from 1st February. There was also a question on reporting there. But remember that what is reported in the P&L and what is based on the sale, and what is shown separately as excise duty is based on production. So they are not kind of comparable. In the context of, I think, valuation, there was also a question of demerger. Now, as I've said in the past, I think the primary role of management is to create enduring value, to create value for the enterprise, take the steps that will require the enterprise to remain relevant and competitive over time, and based on the business strategy, the maturity of each business, the market context, I think we do look at what is the best way of organizing ourselves, and we do what is best to make sure that each business provides sustained growth. One important pillar of our strategy has been leverage of institutional strengths to create growing value. Now, Ashirwad Atta, many of you acknowledge that it's the number one, it's the leader, and it's a great, great brand. It is so because of our agri backend, because we're able to work with the farmers and grow the varietals that are required to make a great product. And that in these institutional synergies create enormous amount of value. We launched the fresh food business, leveraging synergies between our cuisine expertise, food sciences, our FMCG brands, digital capabilities, and we've done quite well in that business. So the institutional synergies remain quite important for us. And having said that, let me also say, I'm not saying that everything is cast in stone. This is something that the management reviews regularly. And when we believe that separateness has advantages that outweigh some of the advantages of being together, then such decisions are taken, as is reflected in the case of demerger of the hotels business, right? And that's the philosophy I have maintained for years together, and it remains so. There was also, in this context, a question on ITC Infotech. Now, ITC Infotech is a separate company, so there's no question of demerger. Firstly, it has been doing quite well, and one of the shareholder members spoke about it. It's made appreciable progress. We're building it up. We're investing. Some acquisitions reflect our interest in deepening capabilities of the enterprise, because we believe future will belong to IT companies that have developed capabilities that are inch wide and mile deep, and be highly focused and the best in class in the area that they operate in. And that's the principle with which we are building building this enterprise. And when it has the right scale and it's ready for it to be listed, because listing itself is an onerous commitment, and the board will review that and do it at the right time. I mean, it's not that it'll never happen, but everything has to be at the right time. There's also a question on growth trends. Now, consequent to several of the measures taken by the government, rationalization of, now I'm coming to the FMCG part of it, rationalization of GST, the income tax relief, and I think the many other measures that have been taken. Generally, we've been noticing that the demand situation is improved across rural and urban, reflected on our Q4 results also. And that sentiment is what it is that we are seeing now. However, the key monitorable, of course, is the consequence of the West Asia crisis, the impact on inflation, and El Nino, which has the potential to cause some inflation and possibly rural distress. So these are things to be monitored. There are questions on expected growth in premium and semi-premium. I mean, these are segments that grow much higher than the rest of the portfolio. We do not, as a policy, do not give guidance. There is also a question about how is ITC planning to protect tobacco business with increasing regulatory controls. I have spoken about the business strategy, but as far as policy is concerned, I think we continue to engage for more evidence and objective policy that is fair across various segments and is not discriminatory towards cigarettes, because cigarettes are, for example, taxed 50 times many other products. There are also some observations on products not available. We have made note of that, and I'm sure that my colleagues in trade marketing and distribution who would be attending have made a note. However, I did notice comments from Mumbai and Coimbatore, but I would appreciate the member shareholders to write in with the specific details. You may also note that all products are not designed for all regions. Some products are not launched in specific areas because of the requirements in that area. However, please do drop in a mail and we will investigate and get back to you with specifics. There are questions around further acquisitions. These are things that we evaluate from time to time, and anything that has a strategic fit with our portfolio, and we believe we can do a better job with it, and it is value accretive. We do look at those opportunities and pursue those, but these are things that keep on happening on an ongoing basis. There's another question of what is the plan for doubling EBITDA margins in FMCG. As I said that, we will increase 80 to 100 basis points year on year. Please remember that, in a short span of time, we have created a portfolio with a consumer spend of 37,000 crores. And there are categories there that are sizable. There are also categories that are small. There are categories that we are incubating. So there are certain gestating costs. And therefore, our margins look lower than what the potential of FMCG is. But as our older businesses are scaling up, we are getting economies of scale. We are premiumizing. We are also making structural investments. We are using digital. We are optimizing the back end. So consistently, our margins are improving, and we believe they will continue to improve over time. And the idea is not merely to be number one FMCG only in terms of size. We want to be there in all the financial metric, and not only financial metric, but very importantly, in terms of serving the customer by having the best quality products and creating value for all the stakeholders in our ecosystem. There's a question on outlook for FMCG. I think I did mention that the demand environment is positive now. I also called out the monitorables. There are a lot of questions around revenue projections amidst global challenges. While revenue projections we do not give, but our idea is in every business to deliver top quartile performance and continued improvement in profitability. So we are taking steps to be competitive. We are taking steps to improve profitability and also grow. The challenges that are there from a global context are clearly monitorables. Last year, we also had tariffs and so on and so forth. So these are clearly monitorable. And we have, in many cases, developed mitigating strategies. But we are also part of a larger ecosystem. Some of it do impact us. Like in the last quarter, the shipments, let's say quarter 4, shipments to West Asia got delayed. There are specific questions on 24 Mantra. Now, we've acquired a series of brands to strengthen our categories of the future. And we are building that internally and through acquisition. Right Shift is an internal intervention, for example. Prana is an internal intervention. And Yoga Bar, 24 Mantra, Mother Sparsh, Yoga Bar, all these are acquisitions. And they're all in spaces that have strong tailwinds. They're all in spaces that are going to grow and become much larger in size over time. Today, organic market in India is 10,000 crores. That's the size of the market. But for a country like India, the potential is much more. And that's why we are investing. I think we're doing it at the right time. And it also lets us leverage our strength in the agri to create a very robust backend. There are questions on the distribution channel. I think as far as the distribution channel is concerned, I think we have a very powerful engine. Multi-channel, it's smart. AI and digital technologies are being used end to end. Several examples are given in the annual report. And we continue to expand our reach, particularly in rural India, and align ourselves to service pack of emerging channels. Now, our sales in the digital / new channels is about 34%. Infotech, I think I've spoken already. There's a specific question on Blaze Clan. I think, as I said, it's to deepen capability. This deepens capability in cloud, a very important area for IT services companies. There's a question about change in operating margin before other income over recent quarters. So sequentially, if I go from last year, quarter 1 to quarter 4, is 31.9, 34.9, 35, and 35.2. So there's a question, lots of questions on Yoga Bar. Sourcing is from multiple sources, and I don't think we would like to disclose because these things are confidential and competitive issues. The website is not working, not optimized for, I think the availability is there. Maybe at some point of time, something was out of stock because there could be a surge in demand, because one of the challenges on the online channels is that the demand patterns are quite variable. They spike quite a lot. And the website generally has it's got a 90% plus score by third-party agencies. But nonetheless, we've taken note of your points and we will see how to optimize it further. It will also, of course, now it's been acquired on the 1st of April. It will also now get into the technology platform that we use in ITC. So that also will contribute to further improving it. Though I must say right now also the feedback is independent third-party feedback is quite reasonable. When do you plan to acquire stake 100% in Yoga Bar? It's already done as of 1st April. The run rate was 100 when we signed the share purchase agreement. By the time it's transitioned to ITC, it's been a 4x plus growth. And as far as protein isolate I've spoken about the availability issues. And as far as manufacturing whey protein is concerned, I think you have to keep in mind that it's not necessary for us to manufacture all the ingredients in-house. you do need a lot of scale for backward integration, and sometimes, depending on the nature, it may not be always right to do that. There are certain things that we do backward integration, but it's not wise to do it for everything. New product launches, it's about 100. What we will launch in the future, I think we will not like to announce it to inform competition that you will see in the market when it happens. There's been several innovative offers in the market of late, and you must have been reading a lot about the coconut cola, for example, which is a very interesting product, and many others are in the market. As far as AI is concerned, see, across the enterprise, from agri sourcing to logistics to consumer engagement to manufacturing, industry 4.0, everywhere AI is embedded. Automation, AI, and now moving towards agentic AI, and we are using what is relevant where, so that we get the right returns on our investment. There are questions about having ITC own shops in airports, malls. See, we believe that customers want to go to a place where they get an assortment of brands because they want to choose from variety. So that's why we have stayed away from opening physical stores. We had it online. We found that traffic goes towards more to other e-commerce sites, third-party sites where they have many brands stocked. And that's been the case with many companies who have decided to opt out of their own online sales. However, for niche areas and for specific areas, we do open shops. Like for Fevel chocolates, we have some shops that we have opened, and some more will get opened. But as a general principle, I think this is not something that is planned at the moment. Well, there's a question on ROCE, on ICML and utilization. See, we have a hurdle rate before we invest, and all our investments generally track to that. And ICML has also to be seen in the larger context of competitiveness of FMCG, particularly foods business, which is very freight intensive. It's strategically located, proximate to the customer. Freshness is superior. It delayers operations, so cost of delivery is optimized, and we set up agri backends there. So it's a competitive advantage that we are creating through ICMLs. Roadmap for net zero by 2050. We have the requisite capital that we have allocated for it, and it's a question of reducing emissions intensity on our own, and also investing in assets that will generate renewable energy or further optimize it, besides optimizing existing assets through application of particularly digital technologies. There were questions about our sustainable packaging. They have grown quite well over the years. I think, although at a small base, they have multiplied over time. And I think that as the regulations are increasingly being announced, this is only going to accentuate over time. So we have platform 1 and platform 2, which is coatings and fusion boards with good offtake in the market. And also we are seeing green shoots of interest in global markets of our products, and that export pipeline is being built up. We have recently commissioned the molded fiber products facility at Seor, which makes complex engineered shapes, and we are developing many of the products, and some of the products that we have developed are seeing good traction in the market. So over time, we believe that this will scale up. So as far as unclaimed dividend is concerned, I think company is very proactive in trying to help shareholders. Of course, when the time lapse is there, as per regulations, we have to put it into the IEPF. Capacity utilization, you see, it varies. There are so many factories, so one cannot get into it. But remember, capacity utilization is only at a point of time. We have a policy, because we are growing, that as we reach a certain capacity utilization, we do our expansion, right? So that's the way to look at it. Benefits of plantation, well, it's very clearly stated, it's part of CSR. So the nicotine we are producing is a pharmaceutical grade. It's for application in certain products for export market, and we are exporting it to US, to Europe and other markets. It's not for the Indian market. As far as manual workforce automation is concerned, I think there is a fair bit of a lot of automation in our facilities, particularly, in fact, when we manufacture food, I think the whole principle is non-touch, and we would like to make sure that the quality is and hygiene is of the top class standards. So we continue to invest, and as more opportunities emerge, we adopt them as well. We were pioneers in adopting the automated, for example, integrated logistics facilities along with our ICMLs. There's a question about promoter shareholding. Well, the company doesn't have a promoter. When is Century takeover going to happen, and why are we doing it? I think it's in an advanced stage, so it will happen very soon. We believe most of the regulatory approvals have come, and we're doing it because one is that there is a strategic fit. We believe that with our proprietary know-how and digital technologies, we will be able to expand EBITDA margins. It also gives us advantages of scale and location, and it is proximal to raw material sources. And our current facility, which has been with us for several decades, is saturated, and for growth we need a new site. So this also provides us a platform for expansion. The reason that the paper segment is under pressure is that, as we have reported in the annual report, there are a lot of dumping of products from some other countries, and that's impacted demand in India. And there are investigations on anti-dumping, which the government is doing, and there are recommendations in that respect. In the meantime, minimum import price has been imposed by the government, and that has helped to some degree. And the other is that there has been a sharp input cost inflation, and now some of that has started to ease, but then a newer trend of inflation on account of the West Asia crisis is a risk that we have to monitor. Well, there was a question about dividend being higher in an earlier year. That was on account of a special dividend. Otherwise, consistently, the dividends have been largely in the upwards trajectory. The exceptional item of 15,000 crores is on account of the hotel's demerger, clearly stated in the accounts. Well, the impact, there's a question on the increase in inventory, but that's on account of the valuation of inventory on, the excise is also loaded onto that. Goodwill has increased because of the acquisition of 24 Mantra. There's a question on dividend payout higher in the future. We have a very clear policy of 80 to 85%, and we have actually been doing better than that. I think this year average is about 90%. So certainly between 80 and 85, and we've been doing generally a little better than that, or on average, let's say. The impact of labor code on once-off is given in the annual report. On note 29I, you can read it there. And these are basically for provisions of prior periods. And the ESOP, ESAR costs are also given in the financial statements on the note number is 2914. So I won't give the data here. You can read it from there. Investment plan for Bengal. Bengal is one state where, which been home to ITC for more than a century. It's a state where we have a footprint of all our businesses, and we have invested substantially in recent years, in the region of about 7,000-8,000 crores. And going forward, the projects that are in the pipeline, including capacity upgradation, modernization, and other investments, including solar, etc., in the group are in excess of 2,000 crores at the moment. Well, there is a question on our growth capital given the high dividend policy we have. I think we have accounted for our growth capital when declaring the policy. Our capital allocation framework cognizes for that. We have said the group has an investment plan of 20,000 crores for the next 5 years. We have the resources to do that, and we have also resources to support any value accretive acquisition that may come along the way. There are questions on bonus shares. Well, bonus shares does not increase the capitalization of a company. It's only gets it distributed on more number of shares, right? So that's the mechanics of it. But we have taken note of the point. And there is a similar point on rewarding shareholders regarding buyback. Now, you can do dividends, you can do buyback. So all these options are available, and this is something the board examines from time to time. And what is in the best interest of shareholders is what the board does. EIH holding is merely a treasury investment, and I think any decision on this will be guided by the interest of all the stakeholders. Liquidation of Prague Agro was approved during the year. Liquidation of Pawan Popular is pending, and the loss of 9 lakhs during the year represents liquidation expense. There was a question on lower other income. I think the answer lies in the lower yields because of the reduction in interest rates. Well, there was also a question on increased financing. This is the notional interest cost on financial liabilities that came about in the acquisition of certain trademarks, and this is as per the accounting standards. I think the question on expenses also, I think if you look at whether it's the overheads or the variable expense, I think the company has been managing it quite well. The growth has lagged the growth of the specific business sector. At certain points of time, there could be an impact because of steep inflation that happens. As happened 1 year back, some areas became inflationary in the recent past because of the West Asia crisis. But as a trend, I think there's a sharp focus, and we have been optimizing. We've been making investments to reduce cost. Our entire backward integration, indigenization of several initiatives, renewable energy, I think digital investments, ICMLs, all of these actually optimize a lot of our costs. There's a question on admin expenditure of CSR. This has to do with, you need a team to execute these and monitor these projects. And there are salaries, there are travel expenses. That is what this donates. There's a question on ESG ratings. I think I spoke about it in my speech. It's also there in annual reports. But just to say that our ratings are top class, details are in the annual report. Plan for development in rural areas. I think, the fact that 94% of our businesses, 94% of our revenues of the company are linked to plantations or agri is a very strong data point to say how much we contribute to rural India. And for us, when I say procurement of 6 million, it is not just buying, it is about empowering all those who are associated in growing the produce so that they also benefit, their incomes go up. The fact that we support 9 million livelihoods is also connected with that. And there are several steps that we are taking, which are there in the annual report. In the interest of time, I won't get into it, but I encourage you to please read the annual report on this subject. And if you still want to know more, please drop an email and we will be happy to provide that. Progress on sustainability, I think, again, adequately covered in my speech. I'm not going to repeat it, but I'll invite you to read the speech or visit our website. All the information is there. There was a question on climate resilience. Yeah, I spoke about adaptation in my speech. This is a very important subject. How do I make my value chain resilient from water security, from disturbances on account of heat or floods? Or how do I make the agri backend resilient And that's what you're doing through climate smart agriculture. ITC Mars is a pivotal role and adaptation. I think I'm happy to share with you that we are quite ahead of the curve and taking steps to minimize the impact. But of course, when we talk about agri, produce, etc., we're all buying, we do empower the farmers, but then we are also part of a larger ecosystem. We are not isolated. It's not a unique supply chain for us. We do have a millet in our atta portfolio. Okay. So I think I have answered all these questions, and I once again thank you very much for your interest in the affairs of the company, and happy to note the details and the effort taken to study the reports. If there are any further details that you wish to obtain, please feel free to write into investor relations and we will be happy to provide the same. I will now move on to the rest of the business. I'd like to advise that in accordance with regulatory requirements, all resolutions before this meeting are required to be transacted through e-voting. Members were provided with the facility to cast votes before the meeting through remote e-voting, the period for which commenced on 19th July at 9 a.m. and ended on 22nd July at 5 p.m. Members who are attending this meeting and who have not been able to cast their votes through remote e-voting may avail the facility of e-voting now being provided through the e-voting website of National Securities Depository Limited. Such facility will be available for next 15 minutes. Mr. R.L. Audi, Senior Solicitor and Partner, Messrs. Sanderson and Morgans, has been appointed by your board as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the process of e-voting. The voting results will be declared later in the day. The results, along with the scrutinizer's report, will be available on the company's corporate website and also on the company's on the website of NSDL. The voting results will also be forwarded to the National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange, where the company's shares are listed. I sincerely thank all of you for attending this meeting and look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you very much.